somehow Air-Deraan returned.
That's right. After literally causing every problem in the world, we are back with lots of regrets, like a character in something we're going to read today. I'm Freddie and joined by...
Misa Luke! Good nighties to join you!
I did not know you were going to do that, genuinely.
I am now filled with regrets as well. Hello.
This is on Air-Deraan, episode, you knew?
Probably, if this doesn't end up being published, 46.
46. Is that the meme number? No.
Which one are you even talking about? There are two.
We can make
now.
a new meme number.
We can 86 the 47.
Is that what the kids do these days? It's been so long since we've done a podcast that I don't know what's with it. I'm like Grandpa Simpson.
Yeah, we are like literally 50 years older than we were 4 years ago. I do not know how this happened, but we are here and we have to live with it.
Hyperspace.
Hyperspace.
Time dilation. I saw it in a documentary called Interstellar.
I saw it in a documentary called Time in Star Wars Doesn't Make Sense, and that's the point.
Whoa.
On a fantastic
Sounds
channel.
like that was made by a loser.
A loser named Freddy, who is now joining me to talk about a very cool comic book.
Yes, it is Jar Jar number 1.
Of one.
Of one. Yeah, it's a mini... Well, it's not even a mini-series, it's a one-shot.
It's a one-shot co-written by Ahmed Best, Jar Jar Binks himself.
Yeah.
Also known as Kelleran Beck himself.
Yeah, because, fun fact, both of them are in this comic. It's almost like that's the point. It's almost...
This is the lamest thing.
This is lame. We're literally the nerd crew, after we said that we didn't want to be the nerd crew.
But we're the nerd crew, ironically. Do not
Is it
worry about
ironic if we actually like what we're talking about?
I feel like we kind of toe the line here. Yeah. Like the whoas are mostly ironic.
That's mainly in Rich Evans's Dick the Birthday Boy vein, you know. I can't
Don't call about his dick vein.
I can't, not that vein. But I can't believe he actually is.
So vain.
Dick the Birthday Boy.
He even thinks this podcast is about him.
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? Who's the worst person to be able to listen to this podcast apart from my employer?
The authorities.
So we are coming at you from... we are recording this
They're in my behind. Almost there. Those are all Star Wars quotes.
Wow, look at the size of that thing!
That's so good that this office is very well insulated.
This office? You mean our secret recording bunker?
Yes, we are in a secret listening post somewhere on the outskirts of Urabai, yes. Yeah, we're on the way to Urabai on the Hey Blibber Duck.
And the Hey Blibber Duck, that's how the comic starts, but...
And why are we here, Freddie?
Because we are starting this podcast. As always, we need to introduce our star structure.
The structure of this podcast, which goes as thus.
Number 1.
Is
star
structure.
Yeah, star structure.
We can't begin the episode without establishing the terms, obviously. Yeah. So, the terms of this podcast, in other words, the segments.
Oh my god, what is happening? Pray I do not alter the deal. Yes, starter structure, number 1. Number 2, we actually had an argument about this.
Because Freddie does not trust me, even though I've made, edited, and re-listened to all of these 45 fine episodes.
Our number 1 fan is
me.
The host.
Yes. Is that cringe? Yes. Do I care? Also, yes.
It's not that I didn't believe you. It's just that it didn't make sense in my brain.
Well, what is in your brain except
this comic.
But also some perhaps general thoughts, except because you're such a Giga Chad.
It's better. It's Grand Admiral thoughts.
Indeed. Which is when we will establish
whether we liked it or not, or like what our Grand Admiral thoughts were.
Because, of course, it's a Jar Jar comic. The expectations are not very high.
So we shall see what we thought of it. Then we'll be getting into not the nitty-gritty.
Before we get into the details of the nitty-gritty, we need to do the opposite. The broad strokes. And what is the opposite of nitty-gritty? Well, obviously, why would you even have to ask, you idiot? I don't even have to tell you.
Yeah, it's obviously crochet granite. And if you didn't get that, then you were held back in school. So we're going to go into the broad strokes, the summary of the comic. And I think it was 20 pages or something? It was not a long comic, if I'm honest.
It's the usual page count for a one-shot.
We're also 2 months late to this comic. This comic came out March, right?
But also it's a Jar Jar one-shot. I'm sure you haven't read it yet.
Yeah, that is
or
true.
Didn't even know it existed. Because honestly, as we're going to get into the not too distant future, the Star Wars comics are in a strange place.
Yeah, and speaking of, I was going to not surprise you, but I was on my way here. I was going to pick up a copy of the Jar Jar comic because it's a one-shot. So I went to Forbidden Planet. I was wondering, maybe they will have it, maybe they won't. It's 2 months old, but probably no one bought it. Literally no Star Wars comics. Literally none.
That is
literally nothing. I was like, what the hell?
There always used to be something, at least.
There was nothing. It was literally there were more Image comics than anything. It was actually kind of oh, this is bad. So not only will we be getting into our nitty-gritties of the comic, but also Luke has opinions.
And Freddy has opinions.
I have opinions. I have my overpowered onions. My OP onions.
Your OP minions.
My OP, yeah.
Yes, and obviously minions are incredibly strong in the light side of the Force. And onions are incredibly strong in the dark side of the Force. And if you feed onions to minions,
oh my god,
you get something in the middle.
Oh my god, much like the segment Light Side, Dark Side, and the one in the middle, the Bendu. Yeah,
which is a reference to a trailer to the 3rd season of Star Wars Rebels, which
very relevant.
Also about 10 years old.
Oh my god. Rebels was the first Star Wars thing that I watched as it was coming out.
I watched the original Clone Wars as it was coming out, so I'm better than you.
Oh my god.
And I saw the film in the cinema.
I got it on DVD, and I was like, where the fuck's Bombard Jedi? Where on earth is Bombard General? Because I watched all the clips on StarWars.com and the making of clips, and I thought that was all included on the DVD because the show hadn't come out in the UK yet. So I was expecting it to all be on the movie DVD, and when it wasn't, I was like, this is the worst pile of junk ever. And I went back to the Tartakovsky animation.
Doesn't it blow your mind that if you were going to look for the Bombard Jedi in the Air-Deraan archives, you also wouldn't be able to find it?
I know. It really said something about society.
Yeah. We just had to have our obligatory reference to our lost episode.
I think we're going to have many...
Gun Race Spunkstone.
I think we're going to have many references to that.
We are... At least I know I am completely unable to let go of any of our past bits.
No. Yeah.
Let go of your bits, Freddy. God, we're in public.
We're not, actually. We're in a private space.
As we were saying, getting carried away is to some the best part, to some the worst part, and some are ambivalent. So this segment covers our favorite bit of the issue.
Yeah.
Our biggest issue with the issue.
Whoa.
And the part of the issue.
That
In
may
other
hurt
words,
someone's ears right there. That sounds...
which means the crux of that particular segment. Why am I like seducing the microphone right now?
Seduce our audience.
No. Which means that the crux of this particular segment is that we bring up our favorite part of the issue/episode, our least favorite part of the issue/episode, and just one cool notable thing.
It's just in it. It just is.
And that is all it needs to be.
That's all
Bailey.
the segment. And then, but it may not be the end. We may decide to do our classic award-winning segment in Predictor Cruiser, where we successfully predicted how Jar Jar dies in Bad Batch by suicide bombing the Kaminoan cloning facility.
Did that genuinely...
No, that did not happen.
Okay,
Luke has not seen Bad Batch, so...
I've seen most of it, I just haven't finished part 3.
Yeah. That does not happen in the third season.
Spoilers.
Is that a spoiler saying that Jar Jar doesn't suicide bomb the...
It's also been years, I don't know.
It has, actually. So in Predictor Cruiser, we'll be going over...
the future of Star Wars comics, if there even is one.
Is there? Ask yourself that. Actually, don't. Listen to us saying it, and we'll then feel your thoughts after.
And ask yourself, do you have any future?
Whoa.
In which we don't exist. We are your family now.
Whoa.
You can send us money to GameWisp at beardbros.com.
Whoa. They're still around, are they?
Ish. The completionist is not a part of them.
I wonder why.
Let's not get into that.
Let's not get into that. Let's be more topical and instead talk about what we thought about the Jar Jar #1, the #1 issue of the Jar Jar comic. But is it really #1? Luke, what are your thoughts? Let me feel them.
Well, it's definitely the best Jar Jar comic I've read in a while.
That's not exactly the biggest endorsement, considering I'm pretty sure it's the only one, but...
It's the best Mark Guggenheim comic I think I've read, which also isn't saying much.
I don't actually... Yeah. What other ones has he written?
He's written the recent Jedi comic, if that's what it was.
The one where Caloran Beck also appears?
Briefly.
Yeah.
Probably more briefly than he does in this one shot. It's the one where nothing of note happens, and pretty much every issue is sort of structured about a quote from other movies. He also wrote a very boring Yoda miniseries, and some other stuff I'm not even remembering. The only thing that he's done that I've ever enjoyed otherwise is that he was an executive producer on the Arrowverse. Which
that's
I enjoyed back in the day and probably shouldn't go back to.
I've seen 2 seasons of Legends of Tomorrow, and then I found out that it ran for 7 seasons, and I was like, I don't want to watch that much.
No. So yes, I've still said very much nothing, haven't I?
Yeah, I haven't felt your Grand Admiral thoughts yet. They're only general thoughts right now.
Well, I'm going to try to project them at you a little bit harder, and I will say that this comic was pretty good.
Whoa, I thought you were going to hate it.
Listen, everything about it, each constituent part tells me that I should absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of fun.
I mean, I did find it fun, but when I read it, I was also like, I'm not really a comic reader. The only Star Wars comics I've read are the Jedi versus Sith comics from the early 2000s, the
classic.
Crimson Empire comic from the 90s, and Jango Fett Open Seasons, which is also from the early 2000s. Oh, and also John Jackson Miller's Old Republic comic. So
yes.
I have a certain perception of what a comic is, and I was reading this and I was like, is this what Star Wars comics are like? Because if it is, I'm not really sure I'm a big reader, because there was a lot of speech. I'm fine with a lot of speech, but not a lot literally happens considering it's a one shot. And I felt like you could have told a more interesting and like complex story along the same lines with the same number of pages if it was just done in a different way. And I felt that while I liked the constituent parts, I'm the opposite to you. I liked the constituent parts, but I thought it didn't really work as a whole as much as I wanted it to.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I completely see what you mean. I completely agree. Thing with this is that I need to keep in mind is that this is a comic where a non-writer is co-writing with a not very good writer.
Yeah.
Well, in comparison to some other people who've also written not very good Star Wars comics.
I didn't mean in the sense that I thought that the writing was bad in a literal way. I think it's just the way that, like, Ahmed Best would have no direct knowledge of how to structure the comic. That would have been done by, I forgot his name already.
Mark Guggenheim.
Him. It would have been done by him. And I'm just wondering, why was it like this? And also, I wasn't the biggest on some of the art and some of the choices. But I guess we'll get to
having read most of the Star Wars comics put out by Marvel over the last 10 years. Hang on. 12 years?
Oh my god.
What? Trust me, this is one of the best looking ones.
Are you joking?
No.
What the hell? It changes style halfway through.
Yeah,
I've read this comic twice in less than 24 hours, so I'm officially
you're a big fan.
I'm Jar Jar brained. So I know
this is your on Air-Deraan.
Yeah, so I'm just how you constantly refresh on all of our videos. Well, I was like that with this comic when I read it online.
Physically.
Yeah, physically online.
Yes.
At the shop where it was not in stock, and also wasn't on stock online.
Here's the thing. My freaking brain has been so destroyed by Charles Soule's run on the flagship Star Wars.
I thought Charles Soule was supposed to be good.
He is, that's the thing. And yes, some of the bits were good, but specifically the run from War of the Bounty Hunters, where 5 different books are telling the exact same story with slightly different art, to Crimson Empire, I guess, or Hidden Empire, whichever is the second.
It's just all blended into one.
Where the same things happen in each book, just to different people. To the third one, Hidden Empire or whatever, which is fine.
Yeah.
A large part of me died.
Yeah.
Much like the entire Star Wars comics line.
We'll be getting to it.
We'll be getting to it. But yeah, I thought that this was pretty good.
And
there were some funny bits, maybe.
I thought it was okay. I enjoyed the funny bits. I enjoyed the implications. I thought that the parts were better than the actual whole. But I do think there should have been more. We'll get to that, I suppose. But first, I guess we should get to the classic crochet granite of the problem, of the issue. So, I have my notes. So I guess we'll run through our crochet granite, the summary of Jar Jar number 1. It begins in space, as most Star Wars things do. I'm not going to do it like this, but don't worry. Essentially, Jar Jar's on the friggin' Hablibur Duck, which is a Nubian cruiser. I always find it a bit weird. It's Nubian.
Yeah, like
friggin' Nubia in real life.
Yeah, like the people from Africa.
Rome Total War players remember.
Asterix readers probably shouldn't remember.
Oof, I can't imagine that's not racist.
It's pretty bad, but regardless, yes, he's being he's going.
I don't. What are these noises?
I don't know. I gave up. I don't think I want to do the podcast anymore. I'm joking.
Okay. For a second, I was like, hang on, I need to get the trebles out. No, Jar Jar's on his way to Urubai, Definitely not confused with something else. Well, we'll talk about that later. Specifically to a place called Quarant City, where he's got like a meeting set up with like this ambassador, right? I can't remember the name. It's like Usai or something like that.
It's very much not important because it turns out that this ambassador is very much not real.
He's not real, and for some reason, they needed a pretense for Jar Jar's meeting, even though he could have just been meeting. He was meeting with someone, or whatever. Jar Jar gets scammed immediately, and immediately goes into a dark alley with a friggin' elf guy, and then gets mugged.
But fortunately, who's lurking in the shadows?
Oh my god!
Who is this mysterious Jedi who makes Jar Jar think that he has Force powers?
Again!
Well, it's not really canon, but...
No, it is. It happens to Bombad Jedi.
Well, that was meant to be... Oh no, you're right. Yes,
it happens in the Spunkstone. See, if Spunkstone survived, you would have been an expert on this because you would have listened to it 5 times.
No, the original plot of Bombad Jedi was that Quinlan Voss was going to make Jar Jar think that he's a Jedi.
Oh my god!
In the actual Spunkstone episode, Bombad Jedi, he just finds a robe in Anakin's ship.
Yeah, just wears.
No. In Padme's ship.
Oh,
he just
hang on.
happens to find Anakin's cloak.
I wonder why. Maybe that's the Spunkstone along the way.
Yeah, and he tricks Newt Gunray into thinking that he's a Jedi.
Yeah, a Bombad Jedi.
A Bombad Jedi.
And don't worry, for the enjoyers of that kind of language, there's a lot of that in this comic. I'm not going to say that it's bad, but it's just how Jar Jar speaks.
Which may or may not have been the extent of Ahmed Best's involvement.
I kind of think... I
would hope not, but, like, who knows? He probably wrote for this mysterious Jedi who turns out to be none other than...
Kelleran Beck from the Jedi Temple Challenge and from...
that one episode of Mandalorian.
Episode 20, The Foundling. I looked it up.
Does he have dialogue in that episode?
He says...
Come with me if you want to live.
When a Naboo guard says, what about the rest of the Jedi? He says, they're all dead. Even though they're not dead.
Well, how positive is that?
He has more dialogue in this comic, and let me tell you, he has a fucking lot of dialogue, but we'll get to that. So, Kelleran Beck saves Jar Jar from the Mugger. The Mugger runs away, and then Kelleran Beck is like, bro, I am your ambassador. Well, he doesn't say it like that, but...
yes, I tricked you to come here because there's something you need to see.
He needs to see something that's not in the city.
Specifically, Kelleran takes him to a secret mine.
How secret is it, considering it's in the middle of, like, open ground?
Don't worry about it. It's a secret to everybody.
Yeah, a secret to the whole Republic, somehow.
Except it's not a secret to a select few people at the very top.
Including Mr. Papa Palpatine himself. And so, Kelleran Beck takes Jar Jar to there, and Jar Jar's like, bruh, how's this possible with the mining, with like labor laws? You know, all these miners are being exploited.
What it turns out to be is that when Jar Jar Binks gave emergency powers to Papa Palpatine,
exactly,
he kind of messed up.
Yeah, because now Palpatine can be like, we can suspend labor laws for specific planets if it has a relevance to like a current policy, which kind of sucks for everyone involved.
And because this takes place, I think anyway, I don't think the timeline is completely clear, at the height of the Clone Wars.
I think I know exactly when it takes place. Well, not exactly, but in the ballpark.
Well, I know at least a range of about 9 months when it can't be taking place.
What?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay, 9 months, but that's very specific. Does Jar Jar like become pregnant?
Well, there's another character we meet in a little bit.
Who becomes? Oh, yes.
Yes.
So
before we meet this person.
Yeah. So apparently the mine is a coaxium mine. Do we see coaxium No,
I don't
we
think
don't.
so. But we
but-
are told that it's getting mined so hard that this entire bloody planet might explode soon.
It's literally gonna collapse because the mining makes the planet unstable. But it's all to make the people in Quarant City rich and to fuel the New Republic warships. Presumably, they say it's used to build the warships, but I assume they mean fuel because coaxium is a fuel.
I'm not sure that Mark Guggenheim knows or cares.
There's a few things where I think he doesn't know or care, but we'll get to that. So they go through, and then this character comes out of another alien, Urubian, called Coralisa Senig. That's her name.
Mm-hmm.
She says, something you need to know. And I think it's something that Keller and Beck already knows. And it's that they've not only found, they're not only mining coaxium, but they're also mining
Cyphristol.
cyphristals.
It's a crystal for ciphers.
Exactly. So you can build like a fractal radio network.
Basically the most secret of secret things.
I have opinions about that, but again, we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
So they go through this like mine area. Apparently, Coralisa Senig is like the union rep. That's what my take was. Callum Beck says that she looks after the workers, but she's not an employer.
Some sort of a union rep, some sort of a reliable person who's just one of them but isn't letting them be as oppressed. Basically, part of the labor force who's maybe looking to rise up. Maybe. Perhaps the revolution gets taken off their hands because instead of starting the fight on their own, someone is here to potentially squash any strike before it actually happens.
Whoa.
Am I skipping over something?
Well,
We're going in broad strokes, baby.
I guess, yeah.
Feel free to bring me back down to the not quite the nitty gritty, because that's a whole another can of worms.
That's in a little bit. But essentially, it's imperative that they use these cyphristals for radio networks to build up said worker resistance. That's all what they say. They say we need it in order to communicate between ourselves. That's what Coralisa Senig is saying.
Yes.
I think. I read it twice and I can barely remember. So which is, I'm sorry.
Well, they've got some sort of, small network of...
no dancing around the bush. Just say who we meet.
Rebellion.
Yeah.
We meet let's call it the primordial soup of rebellion, I guess. Like, maybe not even a zygote, like not even a spark, like a dare I say...
Don't say that, because
the PRECUM of rebellion.
I fucking knew you were going to say that. We specifically do not meet that. Instead, we meet the unfertilized egg within. Because we meet...
We're into some Dune shit.
Yeah, that's how the genetic memories of this event disseminate into a favoured Rebels character. Because we meet a mysterious purple-clad person whose outfit suspiciously looks like Zam Wessel rather than the character she's actually supposed to be.
I see it.
Because in Rebels, she looks a bit different. Not just because of the art style. But, so we meet this person. She's talking about the cyphristals. She's talking about making the fractal radio network. And apparently, activating the fractal radio network alerted people to the fact that it exists. And she suddenly got a bounty on her head. She doesn't know who put the bounty on, but 2 bounty hunters are going after her.
Yes, everyone's favorite Aura Singh, who can drain your blood with her fingertips.
Doesn't happen in this comic.
And everyone's even more favorite, Sleg.
Who was in Phantom Menace. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that, I guess.
I
I am now the world's biggest rum Sleg fan.
Really?
This might be the part
What's
that actually made me into this comic.
What?
We'll get to that.
Okay. So literally as soon as like they're walking to the Hablibber Duck, somehow we'll get to that. They immediately get ambushed by Orasing and Rumsleg, and
Coralisa gets shot in the leg.
yeah, and she's like, "Bloody leave me! I need to look after the network on Urubai." And then they fucking leave her.
Stone cold.
So they fly off in the Hablibber Duck.
Yeah.
And then
they have an unfortunate stowaway with very pale skin and blood-draining fingers.
Yeah, gripping on. There's a specific shot of her gripping on.
And she looks about 500 years old.
She does. She looks very different in that panel. And then, immediately after that, I'm sort of guessing that you're flicking through the comic as we're going through.
Of course I am. I have no notes.
That's how you friggin' knew the exact dialogue earlier. It wasn't because you had amazing memory. You were literally just reading it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What, you think I would remember Cyphristals?
I had it written down as Crystals. I was like, I don't think that's fucking right.
No, Criff is a swear word.
Well, we get to a swear word soon. But see, I remembered that using my actual brain. But this is the moment where the art style changes, and then there's like a space battle with Rumsleg, and I quote myself, Rumsleg's dumbass ship starts chasing them. And then there's like Orasing.
Does that actually happen?
Huh?
Does he actually say that?
No, I say that.
Oh, okay.
No, I said I quote myself.
Oh.
Could you imagine? It's like we got Rumsleg's dumbass ship behind us.
I feel like that could be dialogue in a Dr. Aphra comic if those still existed.
It could be dialogue for a comic that I wanted us to also do if we had more prep time.
Which one?
If we were Batman with infinite prep time. I was
You're not talking about
the
Batman
Lando...
and Robin
No,
Star.
I was going to suggest the Lando miniseries where Lando says, "Get his ass, Chewbacca."
Hell yeah. Is that the one...
It's supposed to be the good one. It's supposed
by
to
Charles Soule?
Yeah, it's supposed to actually be good.
With the bisexual Panther Man?
Yeah, I don't like the way they look. It kind of creeps me out because they look like they're wearing gimp suits. And I'm just like, oh.
If I read that now, I'll probably call them the McCavity brothers, but the comic came out about 4 years before Cats 2019.
Oh my god.
Formative.
It's not pre... No, it's just pre-C. It's just PREC.
Pre-C 29... Pre-C... UM?
No, it's just pre-C. Pre-Cats.
Are we going to have to name this episode the Pre-Spuck Stone?
I can't. No. Is that what the Preox Milana stands for? Precum Milana?
God. This is the worst bit.
It's not even a bit. I didn't even make it in the first place.
I can criticize my own bits.
Oh my god, we're talking so much about bits and pre-cum. Jesus Christ, this is the penis podcast. Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
This is getting cut.
Yeah, this doesn't count. Where were we?
Where were we?
Wow,
God damn it.
God damn it, bringing the bore out already. Okay, so, yeah, Orasing stowaways on the ship. And then she's literally got a gun to the mysterious woman's head. The Cyphristol woman's head. And then Kelleran Beck is like... He has like a lightsaber thing with her, and Jar Jar stays behind in the cockpit.
With Rick Ollier, by the way,
yeah,
who I don't believe we've mentioned.
Yeah.
The pilot from, not Rogue One, from Episode 1.
Exactly. Not Episode 1 of this podcast, because even though that was called the pilot,
Rook, yeah.
that was the pilot. What was it? Rumsleg does like an amazing trick shot where from behind he's able to like shoot forward and hit the cockpit. Look at that panel. That's what happens.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't understand.
Just a quirk of the light.
Quirk of the art. Art of the deal. No.
State of the art is bad. Well, it's fine.
Sleg shoots, does that trick shot, and Ricolier, whatever his name is, he like
dies, maybe? I don't know.
He just goes, ah!
He goes,
and then Jar Jar has to pilot the ship himself.
To which he has...
Oh my, that's a fun panel.
That's a very fun panel. You see Ricolier probably dead, and Jar Jar in the foreground says, "Decent Nutson!"
Yeah.
Which is a very strange reaction.
See,
and then he goes, very, very bad.
That was a reaction image you sent to me a couple weeks back of Jar Jar saying these nuts. Yeah. It's canon.
It's canon. Nuts are canon again.
Oh my god, back to freaking...
We've already made this, right? Was it Clone Wars or Bad Batch that made Balls canon? Balls Cannon is a good name.
Balls Cannon?
Someone got kicked in the nuts in something.
Stormtrooper gets shot in the balls in Rogue One.
That's funny, but I don't think that's it.
Actually, I think that happens twice. Oh my god. We need to make a compilation of, like, all ball shots and no. Let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
Wait, I still don't know where, like, balls are canon. What are you talking about?
Someone gets hit in the balls in an episode that we did on the podcast.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of... For some reason, I just imagined Grievous kicking Obi-Wan in the balls.
That did not happen.
That did not happen, but that would be a good edit.
I mean, it probably wouldn't have mattered because, he already had his son with Satine, like, 20 years prior.
Corky.
Very canon. No.
Yeah. I can't think of who gets hit in the balls. I'm actually like, this is important knowledge. I can sort of...
Was it Cad Bane, maybe?
Is it Rebels?
We didn't do Rebels.
Sorry, it was in a Clone Wars episode.
It wasn't Clone Wars or Bad Batch. And I feel like it's more likely to be Bad Batch.
Because that's more recent. I feel like they would actually animate, like, movement more.
Yeah.
I probably a Bad Batch.
They didn't animate the balls.
Well, like Sniper Elite 3.
Yeah, they didn't animate Hitler's balls being destroyed by a sniper rifle.
Oh my god. If Hitler was cloned, would they... If Hitler was the template for the clone army, would they all have one ball?
Ooh, well, I don't know. Was he born with one?
That's the thing.
Or did he lose it?
I know the song, but was he born with it? Yeah.
Was it a war wound? Was it battle scar?
That's an episode of our podcast.
That's a reference to something you said on our podcast.
Jesus Christ. Well, the battle scar that episode is named after is in reference to an incision on Hitler's ballsack.
Which is not canon yet. We have not made that clear.
Okay.
Anyways, speaking of decent nuts and very bad.
That's what Jar Jar says. As he's piloting everything with his tongue, tongue-tied, if you will. And Kelleran Beck, he says, go into hyperspace, right? He says, like, let's take this thing into hyperspace.
Well, yeah, he just says, get us out of here.
Oh, and then he says, do you
light speed?
Light speed?
Yeah, and Jar Jar just pulls like a random lever.
Yeah, that wasn't in previous panels, but
it says Issa working and Misa did it, and they're on Coruscant.
Yeah. So Kelleran Beck also goes to Aura Singh and he says sleep, and then the Force pushes her into the wall.
He's a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. George of the Galaxy. That's the sequel to George of the Jungle.
I still imagine George Lucas though.
I mean, is there much of a difference between modern-day Brendan Fraser and George Lucas? Is it Brendan Fraser or Brendan Fraser?
I think it's Brendan Fraser. So, after Kelleran Beck makes Aura Singh sleep, then they land in Coruscant, and then Jar Jar's talking with Ricoli, and Ricoli's like, you must have been... Kelleran Beck, you must have been one hell of a pilot to outpilot Sleg, because Sleg is such a badass.
No. It was our ambassador Binks. When's the last time you've heard him called Ambassador Binks?
Look, again, we'll get to it. I've got a bone to pick with friggin' Guggenheim. But yeah. Then, apparently, it seems that Jar Jar's got a meeting with big old Papa Palps.
Mm-hmm. But before he gets to that, our mysterious...
Sorry.
Sifo Diaz lady, Sancho Diaz.
Sancho Crystal.
Sancho Crystal. But none of that is her name. It's not Crystal with a Q. It's not Sancho with a Diaz. It's, in fact, Myra with a Bridger.
I've always pronounced it as Mira Bridger.
It might be.
Point is friggin' Ezra's mum.
And she's... Does she have it going on? I don't know. And
there's hardly any detail in those panels. It's very hard to tell. Specifically, so he couldn't upload it to our OnlyFets account.
Only bridges.
Only bridges.
Yeah. And
a bridge too far.
Perhaps.
It's Mira Bridger in the flesh, Ezra's bloody mum. And, does that mean anything to these characters? No, it doesn't.
Is Jar Jar Ezra Bridger's real dad?
Probably. Yeah, that's like in the subtext. If you didn't get that, then, you need to go back to school.
Actually, when they re-released this, there was an editor's note.
Are you fucking joking?
You can see here a little asterisk, and it's saying this is a reference to Jar Jar Binks being Ezra Bridger's real dad in real life, not in the comics, though.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah.
In the real thing that Star Wars is based on?
Yeah, Ahmed Best is the father of the animated character Ezra Bridger.
That makes sense.
Not his actor.
Not Ahmed Best's actor?
Ahmed Best's actor?
Yeah.
Who's the actor who plays Ahmed Best? Is Kelleran Beck the actor who plays Ahmed Best?
God.
The actor who plays Kelleran Beck?
The Jedi formerly known as Ahmed Best / Kelleran... What? I'm so
Is this like Rey's cave?
What's Rey's cave?
You know when Rey goes in the cave?
Oh my god, and yeah, and it's just...
this is bad to listen
It just alternates between Ahmed Best, Kelleran and Beck. Constantly.
This is Requiem.
Yeah.
This means nothing to me.
I don't know what that means, but friggin' I don't even know what happens. What's even the point?
I don't know, she just exists. I don't know.
What happens between her saying, my name's Mira Bridger, and the next scene? What actually happens? You've got it in front of you.
Jar Jar fucks off and goes meet Papa Palpi.
Okay. So he just goes to the next scene, okay.
Yeah, and that's the last we see of Mira.
Okay. Yeah, because there's not very much left to the comic. But essentially, when Jar Jar's meeting Papa Palpatine and saying, we need to give emergency... we need to look after the friggin' Erubians. We need to... Nubians. Interesting. Or is it Arubians?
The people of Urubai. I don't think they call them anything.
Whatever. But Jar Jar's we need to be helping these people. The planet's literally going to explode. If the planet explodes, there'll be no coaxium.
And Palpatine is okay, I'll put together a committee that will choose some scientists and we will think about it.
Yeah, and he said, on a personal level, I care, but I've got to remember to treat all planets equally. So that means he's going to do
absolutely fuck all.
Yeah. And then Palpatine reveals that he knows that Jar Jar was meeting with Kelleran Beck.
Did you know that Jar Jar only has 4 fingers?
Really?
Yeah.
Did they, if Jar Jar was mocapped, they didn't have to cut one off?
I would have to assume they did, 2 fingers in 1 finger.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, this was completely pointless. I just knew I would forget if I didn't say it.
That's interesting, though. His toes are weird.
I don't want to think about Jar Jar's toes.
There's whole communities on Twitter.
Was it with you that I was talking about when I googled Chewbacca's feet?
I've seen them. Ironically, I saw an image of Chewbacca's feet in A New Hope this morning.
You paid for it a lot.
Yeah. I'm now homeless after using all my life savings for Chewbacca feet pics.
I was just trying to figure out if he has toe beans.
I don't think so.
No, he has it's like gorilla feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Jar Jar is more like an elephant, I think.
Yeah, like an elephant, maybe.
Well, they don't really draw that in the comic because they're cowards and they don't want to put anything on our.
Yeah, Jar Jar has that situation where he has like the long robes, so you never have to see his feet.
Yeah. He's very conscious about that nowadays.
He's got very veiny
No.
birthday boys.
So when Palpatine reveals that he knew Kelleran Beck was his contact, it basically turns out that Palpatine knows everything that's going on, and he knew that everything was going bad on Urubai anyway. And so Jar Jar immediately clocks this guy.
He watched it happen. He made it happen.
Exactly. This guy's friggin' evil. So then he meets Kelleran Beck after, and then Yoda, and then
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar is like, we what is it? He goes on about something about I'm unseen.
Yeah, this is something we didn't really point out. The people who were working in the mine were called the Unseen because they were so low in the society, not like the Star Wars story.
Yeah.
They were the untouchable castes, everyone was ignoring them.
Yeah.
So they were just there doing the work.
And Jar Jar was like, I'm unseen.
Because everyone thinks I'm just a goof.
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do, Kelleran Beck, the sabred hand.
Yeah, the sabred hand.
You've got a sabred hand, look what I've got in my hand. I've got some crystal-powered communication devices.
Fractal radios. And he doesn't want Kelleran Beck to go back to Urubai. Instead, he wants him to set up a network around the galaxy of people potentially there to be there if Palpatine oversteps his boundaries again. And he specifically says he wants people. He doesn't want resources and stuff, right? He says something about we need people.
I missed that bit. Calling back/forward to perhaps the climax of the entire Skywalker saga. Remember that?
Maybe.
It's not a fleet. It's just people.
Well, those people are in ships. It's still a fleet. Oh my god, that was so dumb.
Literally made me want to die. Remember that?
Oh my god, the world would have been way worse if the last Rise of Skywalker was even worse than it was.
This is true.
The comic sort of ends with Jar Jar giving the Hey Blibber Duck to Kelleran Beck for his purposes of setting up this network.
Mm-hmm. And they shake hands, and he goes, "Yusa got a deal."
Yeah, and then it ends on that
note. And instead of the end, we get a caption, "The beginning."
Yeah, even though it's not, because this is issue 1 of 1.
And it's sort of the last Star Wars comic that came out. Not quite. There have still been tie-ins to Maul, Shadow Facts.
More Shadow Lord.
There's been a one-shot for the revival of the Batuu stuff with the Star Wars park.
Yeah, there's gonna be some Rogue One one-shots.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Rogue one-shots.
Yes, but Star Wars comics are just over.
Yeah, it's Jover.
It's Nover.
Yeah.
And that was...
Yeah. It's kind of depressing, really, because there's hardly anything lined up. The post Return of the Jedi series. Oh, I guess we're in friggin' nitty gritty now.
I suppose so.
The post Return of the Jedi comics ended.
Basically, maybe a week before, at issue 10.
Yeah, unceremoniously. You said they were setting up more things.
I'm not even sure. I know that Dr. Aphra, which ended after 6 issues, was definitely setting up an entire big arc, and then it just ended,
Yeah.
with Afra and her sister being like, we could do all the things that we were saying we would do, all the things we had planned for another 25 issues, but you know what? I feel like we could do anything.
Proceeds to do
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
nothing.
Yeah, and I don't know if we will ever see her again. And meanwhile, the flagship Star Wars comic, they beat the evil witch lady, and they were like,
Is that the
at
villain?
least we have family. Da-da-da-da. It was the was it Anzati? Anansi?
Oh, what, the one from
From-
Jakku? Battle of
From
Jakku.
the Battle of Jakku, yeah, the white-haired witch lady.
Who was the red-haired lady in Battle of Jakku?
I don't think anyone
one-
important.
The one where everyone was like, Mara Jade? Mara Jade
Jade?
excited? Oh
She's
my god.
been like in the news again, Mara Jade has. Specifically because apparently Lucasfilm is adamant that they don't want her to exist.
The thing is I think they just... I don't think they should
Yeah,
have
I
Mara
think
Jade.
they're right. I think that almost every time they brought back someone from the old canon, it's...
Almost worse. Apart from like
Yeah.
Valance. I think Valance is more developed in canon than he is
Yeah,
in...
because like there was very little to him in the old canon. But
Yeah,
like,
apart from being Terminator, man.
Yeah.
Predating Terminator.
interesting.
Yeah. I think I mentioned that to you a while ago.
That's one bit that I don't remember.
Off the
Must have been
podcast.
off pod.
Yeah, off pod. Yeah, so I think the thing with Mara Jade is that if you include her and not have her be Luke's wife, I think that's fine because it doesn't define her as a character. But it's also like, what can they do that is her character? So she's supposed to be like the
Emperor's Hand.
Yeah, the Emperor's Hand. But her story is so tied with like that revenge against Luke Skywalker. Like it not necessarily like her character being his wife, but her like vendetta in the Thrawn trilogy. Like it revolves around her relationship with the Emperor. You have to add quite a lot of different things to that, and it's not really going to be... You're not going to do a one-to-one at this point, so why bother at all? I don't know.
Yes, I think they're damned if they do and fine if they don't.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a few people slightly angry if they don't bring her back. They're gonna make a lot of people quite angry if they do.
Yeah.
But also they might make some money, so who knows? It wouldn't be the first, it wouldn't be the last time that they retcon something in/out/sideways.
Well, speaking of retconning,
Mm-hmm.
did Jar Jar start the rebellion? Question mark? Exclamation mark, and then red circles, and then like soy jack faces.
Well,
That's not going to be our thumbnail because I make way worse
you make
thumbnails.
much better thumbnails. They might not be as SEO, but they are art.
What?
Search engine optimization.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm hitting you with all that insider lingo.
From the analytics tab on the Air-Deraan YouTube channel, which you as a viewer can't see unless you've hacked us. If so, well done.
If so, pay us for some fake listeners so that it looks like
Yeah. Just so we can go up by exactly 100 subscribers, please.
Not naming any names. This is such a dead non-feud. Like, this is... Let's not even get into
I'm
this.
not even getting into it. There was the first collaborative YouTube channel I was a part of. I'm not going to name the name because I think it's still active for some reason.
Ooh.
Well, it still exists, but I was 13 years old. And suddenly the subscriber count went up by 300. So it was 316.
Wow.
And my friend insisted that he did not buy subscribers. It went up by exactly 300 subscribers overnight and never increased. And the view count was like 5 per video. And he insisted, no, it's organic.
That's some alternative facts, I feel.
Yeah. Speaking of alternative facts, did Jar Jar start the rebellion?
Okay, straight up, my position is... ish.
Whoa.
Like, the whole thing with the rebellion, at least in canon, is that there were many, many cells.
Yes.
Who says that one of them wasn't Jar Jar's These
These
Nuts?
nuts. Yeah.
These Nuts Brigade.
Yeah.
The best platoon.
The best platoon.
Yeah, because it's Ahmed Best's
Oh,
characters.
yeah.
Characters.
Yeah. Well, I should have made a joke about, is this the best comic?
Ooh!
It's the Ahmed
thumbnail.
Is this the best? Oh my god.
god!
Yeah, that's what we gotta do.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Are we on CCTV right now?
That would be so funny. In our secure listening post.
I did just file a FOIA request earlier today.
What?
Freedom of information.
Oh my god.
I'm not getting into that. I feel like that would be literally illegal.
It's not illegal to request information.
I would have to cut it out of this, which, I mean, it's...
Okay, yeah, don't then. No, I agree that there are many different rebel cells.
Yeah, I mean, there was Cham Syndulla's cell, there was Cham Syndulla's cell, there was Sham Syndulla's cell.
There were a load in, like, the Catalyst book.
Yeah,
we see a load in, like already in canon, we've got Saw Gerrera's partisans. We've
Krieger's partisans.
Yeah, Maya Pei's guerrillas. No, the Maya Pei Brigade, sorry. We've got the Partisan Alliance, Gorman Front, human cultists, galaxy partitionists. Lost! All of them lost! So good. Such a good show, man.
If you haven't watched Andor, what are you even doing?
What are you doing? Jesus Christ.
Finish listening to every episode of On Air-Deraan, and then immediately watch all of Andor.
And then watch our podcast alongside watching it again.
Yeah, and see how it lines up perfectly.
You got to play up all of our podcasts in chronological order alongside the Dark Side of the Moon played backwards while watching Bombad Jedi, and then you'll reach spiritual enlightenment.
And let us feel your thoughts.
Yeah.
Because I really want to hit of that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you reckon someone's made the Dark Side of the That's No Moon?
What?
Do you reckon...
The death... What? What did
Dark
you say?
Side of the That's No Moon.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have seen a few people say, did Jar Jar and Caloran Beck start the hidden path? You know, from the Obi-Wan Kenobi show and from the Jedi Knight Survivor. Yeah, did Caloran Beck start that? Because the first thing we sort of see him do, apart from Jedi Temple Challenge, which is only semi-canon, is rescue Grogu from the Jedi Temple during Order 66. So people have said, is this the start of the hidden path? My personal opinion is no. I think it's different. And I will also say it should be different. Mic drop. Yeah, because, I don't know, I just like there being more things. I like there being, the galaxy getting wider rather than not wide. I
feel like one of the worst things that Star Wars tends to do is tie things into two neat knots.
Yeah, so you can't do anything else. If you put your there's one thing having a lot of characters or references to other things. Like this comic has a lot of Phantom Menace references from all of its characters, really. But it's not then saying, oh yeah, this is also exactly what happens before and after. Now you can't do anything. You can't play with my toys anymore, type of thing.
Not naming any names.
Not naming any names.
Naming any hats?
Whoa.
There
weren't any hats in this story.
Well, there was a helmet.
There was a helmet with a skull.
With a skull on it, unless that's his face.
He's got it on his spaceship. We're talking about, what's his name again?
Sleg. Sleg. My biggest fan. No, the other way.
Why are you subscribed to Sleg's OnlyFans?
So here's the thing. Have you looked up Sleg?
I know what he looks like. He's just walking on.
Have you looked up his Wikipedia page?
No.
So let me read out the extent of my notes on
Oh, what the hell? Is this what you were doing instead of reading the comic?
the entire extent of my notes is on the Sleg from Wikipedia.
Oh my god.
This is not a joke. Okay. If this is boring, I'll cut it out. But I'm just going to read out all of this. Sleg was a humanoid male who worked as a bounty hunter, 1, during the reign of the Galactic Republic. 3.
Okay.
In 32 BBY, 4, Sleg stood and spoke to a human in the streets of Mos Espa spaceport on the planet Tatooine. 5. He then began walking through the streets and passed a DK-1 Dark Eye probe droid that had been sent out by the Sith apprentice Darth Maul to search for Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn and Queen Padme Amidala of the planet Naboo.
This is emblematic of everything I absolutely hate about Wikipedia.
The Bounty Hunter 1 later attended the 3 Bunta Eve Classic 8.
These aren't references. This is the same movie.
Pod racing event and sat in the stands in the Mos Espa Grand Arena.
He was just
5,
watching...
where each of the 3 laps of the race started and ended. Sleg cheered when the duck pod racer Sebulba passed through the arena in the lead after the first lap of the race, semicolon. However, during the final lap, the duck crashed and was beaten by the human pod racer Anakin Skywalker, 3. And then Then we have a quote from Sleg. Gung! Sleg is shot in the shoulder, 2.
Sake. Are you joking? And then let me guess, it summarizes this entire comic.
No, it's not even in there.
I tell you what, no one's bothered to summarize this comic.
I lied, it is in there. It
oh my god, this is again everything I hate.
Yeah, that's where all of his quotes came from. It's gunk and ah.
I'm surprised that Sleg's Wikipedia page didn't summarize the entirety of the Phantom Menace. Like, in 34 BBY, the Trade Federation blockaded the Naboo, blah blah blah. I'm surprised it didn't start that way because, honestly, what the hell, Wikipedia? That's not his story. He was just. Oh my god! This is actually...
He was a bounty hunter who stood and spoke and then walked.
Fuck off.
See, the fun thing is there is actually backstory, behind the scenes to Sleg.
Let me guess. They go into detail on the 13th of June 1998, a man walks into the extras department of the Phantom Menace filming and puts on a costume. That costume was red. Is it going to be like that?
It's similar. So Sleg was a guy in ILM. He's one of their animators.
That's his actual fucking name?
No.
Okay.
No, and
sorry,
he was just doing his stuff, and then someone walked in and was like, "Come with me," and then he was like, "Put on this outfit and walk down this road."
That's not a backstory.
It is.
That's just how every single extra in Star Wars exists.
He wasn't even paid for that. He was just doing his thing, and then he was like,
he was being paid. He was working on the Phantom Menace.
Here's where things get juicy, though, Freddy.
Oh my god.
It turns out that the Sleg, who sat in the Mos Espa Grand Arena stands and cheered when the 3 laps started and ended, was played by a different man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How could anyone possibly know that?
I don't know.
How can anyone remember this? This was in at least 1999. They probably finished filming this in 1998.
I don't know. They probably did an interview with...
What? RunSlegNation.com?
Yeah.
Wait, is there even a Legends page for this dude?
There must have been, because
how would they get the
is
name?
featured in the collectible card game, Young Jedi's collectible card game something.
I fucking hate those card games as well.
And that card game was then updated to stay canon.
I've got a bone pick. That card game is not canon. I'm conflating it with a different card game, a digital card game that came out in 2013. Okay.
That was then updated to state canon. He's in 2 card games.
I've been in many arguments about the canonicity of that card game online, and I've been called illiterate and dumb before. Because of the whole like Nick Sant Rex situation. Like, is he on Endor? Is that Nick Sant?
This is the bearded man who was among the rebel troops in episode 6.
Yeah.
That may or may not have been
Old Man Rex.
retconned to be the clone Rex.
I personally think it's likely that he will be retconned as Rex.
He might as well have been.
I think he essentially has been in like all the ways that they can.
Provided that, what was the YouTube show called? The Galaxy of Heroes?
Galaxy of Heroes, yeah. They instead of the bearded man, they literally include Rex in his Rebels outfit.
Yeah,
in like the Pathfinder outfit with
complete with his like bracers that are exactly the same, not even similar.
Yeah, so it is Rex, but he's also every other person in shot is identical to how they are in the film. Like every single one. Everyone's got the same facial hair, the same face, so it's 100% intentional. But people are still like, no, it's Nick Sant, it's Nick Sant. I'm like, okay, you can say it's not Rex, fine, because technically that's not been canon. But nowhere in canon does Nick Sant exist. You can look it up on Wikipedia, because the only reference to Nick Sant being in canon is a fucking card game that was not released until before the Disney purchase. It was released the same year as the Disney purchase, but it came out before it happened. Came out I think in April instead of May, right? Is that what you're looking up?
No, I'm looking up Sleg. Yeah. So this was
any GC info on his Legends page.
So this was a man named Alex Lindsay, digital effects artist.
How the fuck how do they have his name?
I don't know.
I know he'll be in the credits for like Phantom Menace, but like
and for this episode. Yeah, he T-posed for photographs that could then be used to make action figures.
Are you joking? Do they have those T-poses?
I don't know. One
I know what I'm like.
One thing was released in 2009. There's a link, but the link is to the Wikipedia entry for the year 2009.
Are you joking? Oh my god!
Hang on, there's also a thing called 9if to a YouTube video, which I'm going to watch on mic, but not let it play out loud. Yeah, this is an interview with the TWIT Tech Podcast Network. MBW's Alex Lindsay was in Star Wars. If you want to watch it, go.
What the hell?
Assumedly in it, he also says that the name came from Alex Lindsay. Is it Alex Lindsay's? From somebody's RPG game. Chuck Callenbach, whoever that is. Where they played a Star Wars RPG and somebody's name was Sleg, whose catchphrase was "just chill."
I don't understand. I'm usually loving Glupshitos. Like I absolutely loved it when we went on about friggin' Oppo Rancisis and stuff. But for some reason, like all of this is just making me angry. Like I don't know why this is actually making me mad.
A baby version of Sleg holding an ice cream cone was included as a part of a class of various baby versions in Jamie Cosley's The Light Side comic in issue 201 of Star Wars Insider on March 30th, 2021.
What?
In the comic panel, the class is being introduced by a protocol droid to Boba Fett, who refuses to take on the group, but claims to know someone else who will.
Why are they summarizing a comic where like this isn't to do with him? Honestly, you could just say the comic rather than like having a description on his Wikipedia page.
I want to find out who the someone else who will is. Oh, it's just linking to Star Wars Insider, and there's no way for me to read that.
Well, you can actually. Most Star Wars
No, go ahead.
Well,
sorry.
I was going to say most Star Wars Insiders are on archive.org, so you can legally borrow them if you have an account with archive.org.
Which everyone should.
Yeah.
What about the Regents Page and Lumps Leg?
What? Are you having a stroke over these Star Wars names?
I don't even know. Oh my god, in the comic Survivors, an individual similar in appearance to Sleg was killed by Uda Khalid, who was visible among the crowd of Uda Khalid's victims.
Wait, when's that set?
Star Wars Tales 13. Well, it has Mace Windu on the cover, so...
Yeah, but this has this comic has Grief Karga on a variant cover. So
I think this is the main one.
Oh, okay.
Remind me who Grief Karga is?
From The Mandalorian.
Oh, Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers, yeah, R.I.P.
He's... Oh my god. Publish your summary of Star Wars Tales 13. He's bald. He's bad. His lightsaber is purple. He's all caps Mace Windu. Make sure not to miss out on this stunning tribute to the baddest Jedi Council member to ever have his midichlorians counted. Featuring The Secret of Tetami by Fabian Nicieza, good writer, and Timothy II, or Timothy Ill, Children of the Force by Jason Hall and Lucas Marangan, The Sith in Shadow by Bob Harris and Jerome Opeña, and much more.
Whoa. Jesus Christ.
I
don't really...
I have no idea what else happens in this. But
what has this got to do with Sleg?
He's someone who looks like him. Is
this a canon? Is that a canon?
No, this is Legends.
Oh.
It's listed in behind the scenes for some reason.
If it looks like Sleg, then why can't it be?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But the skull in his helmet is an ornament and not his face, so he could have been a representative of any of the thousands of humanoid species in the galaxy.
Well, I don't think it's his face, because he's got it on his dumbass ship. So... Is this why you like Sleg so much? Because of his weird Wikipedia pages?
Literally, that's all.
Weird, like...
Because there's nothing else to him.
I've never heard of a Wikipedia page that has that... Like, that is that insubstantial. Like, I know that, like, us Star Wars fans, like, we get a lot of shit for, like, the Wilro hoods out there, or, like, the friggin' snail Jedi that's in Jabba's palace that's actually Quinlan Voss's Jedi Master's species, you know, that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
No, but
okay.
I know the kind of things you mean.
Yeah, like, I know we get a lot of shit for that, but at least, like, that's in a reference book. At least that's in, like, Tales from Jabba's Palace. What the hell is Sleg about? I don't understand.
He's a man who talks and walks and claps.
He doesn't talk. We might see him say something.
Yeah, literally the only thing he ever says is "gung."
Yeah, if he talks, Wikipedia editor, if Sleg friggin' talks, then why don't you put on the website
By the way, that's his quote under personality and traits.
Oh my god.
Sleg was reputed to be a skilled pilot and was known to Rick Ollier, although he's evaded by the inexperienced Binks after being shot in the shoulder.
Honestly, this is another bone to pick with this comic. That spaceship battle, that chase out of Urubai was friggin' lame. That was also another thing. Where on God's green earth did Aura Singh go? After
she went to sleep.
After Caloran Beck says sleep. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. But after he says that, she hits her head, doesn't go gunk. She doesn't do that. She just goes unconscious.
Does she go pew, like literally?
Oh yeah, she literally does. Yeah, she does.
Everything in this comic goes pew pew.
Yeah.
Which is annoying as hell.
Maybe that's linked to the penis, you know.
Penis enlargement weapon.
Yeah,
pew
exactly.
For short.
Yeah.
Like what they have in churches.
If that's the kind of church you've been to, okay.
I don't go to many churches.
That's the reason. No, so yeah, after like Aura Singh gets knocked out, she goes to sleep. Where does she go? She literally disappeared.
Is it cheating if I literally look?
You can look. They land on Coruscant I made sure to look for this in the second time I read this comic in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, there is like no armed guard taking her away. She's just gone.
She's gone.
So, okay, let's decide on what the actual canon explanation is.
So I believe that this comic takes place after Senate Murders, which takes place after she was thought to be dead. Because she was thought to be dead with the Boba Fett episodes of season 1, right?
There are no Boba Fett episodes in season 1.
Yes, there are.
What episodes?
The one where he's trying to assassinate Mace Windu. I swear we did those.
I swear we didn't.
Aren't they in season 1?
What episode was this?
The one where he's like pretending to be a clone cadet, and then he like bombs Mace Windu, and it's R2 come home.
R2 come home?
Yeah.
Aren't you? Are you talking about the Duel of the Droids?
Oh wait, no, not Duel of the Droids. I swear there is. They land on Vancor.
I don't think this happens.
It does. It is a real. They are real episodes.
I'm going back through our backlog.
It's the one where Aura Singh makes. Oh no, you're right. It happens in season 2.
Yeah, because it's not. It's not Anatomy Skywalker.
Okay, no, yeah,
it's not Star Wars Crimes.
It happens in season 2. It happens post Battle of Ryloth. Okay,
You should just start believing women, Freddy.
If you want me to sound stupid, you can keep that in. Otherwise, I'm going to pretend I didn't say any of that.
We can cut it out if you prefer.
No, it's fine. But
we sound stupid anyway. We've been talking for an hour and 20 minutes about nothing.
Yeah, that's true. But I thought that this takes place after Senate Murders, because in Senate Murders they took that's centered around the new act to enlarge the Republic Army. Yeah, see, we're all like Jar Jar is the key to this penis enlargement surgery, you know. So like fuck's sake.
This is the most penis-centric episode we've ever done, and we've done probably multiple episodes where we theorize that Ahsoka and Shakti's head is literally a massive penis.
Yeah, well, God damn it. Yeah, after the clone enlargement project. This sounds so wrong saying, especially after the
Is that the actual term?
I don't think so. But it is true that like the clones are slightly larger than Jango Fett. I mean, someone measured them. And apparently, if you're raised in like perfect conditions, eating that peak food, you know, drinking that peak Kaminoan juice, you know, straight out the bottle. This isn't a.
I was waiting for the places that could go, and it went to nowhere. Congratulations.
No, like when you're having all of like the, you know, when you're not Jango Fett living in a war, having bad nutrients, and you're a clone with like the good stuff, like the good, not Kush. What is it? It could be
the pills. They're eating the pills. Remember?
The pills, yeah. And I always when I was a kid watching Attack of the Clones, I always thought they were like I had a false memory that they were eating like a burger and chips with. I don't know why. That's always how I imagined it.
It's the only food that exists.
Like a genuine, like proper plump McDonald's Happy Meal, like on their plates.
Do you reckon that in Star Wars they have Happy Meals with like regular people and like regular animals from Earth?
Maybe. Whoa,
I got a mouse.
They'd be happy.
Yeah.
Well, they must have mice in Star Wars. There's mouse droids.
Yeah. Well, they also have air in space, so who knows?
They
what's
don't
real.
have air in space.
Well, I'm sorry, they have luminous
No,
ether.
no. The only reason there's fire in space is because the oxygen is being expelled.
Has luminous ether not been made
It's
canon?
not canon.
Okay, it's Legends.
It's not Legends either.
Is it not?
No, it's actually not. They talk about an etheric rudder in the first X-Wing book, but I've since listened to the second, third, and fourth X-Wing books. They never mentioned the etheric rudder again. So I'm pretty sure that was dropped, and they never talk about the aether either. So
let's just pretend it never happened.
exactly.
Like
This
certain
podcast.
3
No,
movies.
like I said, 3 movies. Oof.
Oof.
There's only 2 Ewok movies. Wait, there's no third. Yes. So
Clone enlargement
yeah,
program.
the
Yes.
clone enlargement program. Well, I'll go back. I'll finish my point quickly because what I mean is that the clones are taller than Jango Fett. They are like 6 foot. Meanwhile, Jango Fett is 5'9".
Is it possible that they have tall boots?
No, it's because they eat the good nutrients, the good food. Jango Fett didn't have that when he was a kid, so he had stunted growth. Meanwhile, like friggin' Rex and Cody, they are full. They are grown men.
They are the Giga Chads.
At 10 years old, they're taller than you, listener. No, I don't know.
But not taller than either of us.
Not taller than either of us. No, we're
We're
taller
like-
than the clone.
We're like Nemoidian height. And accent.
I think I have Nemoidian posture. I don't think that's a good thing.
I have the posture of like the droids when they're being deployed.
Is that how you wake up in the morning?
That's where I have to work up work up to.
What, have like a pole in your ass as you're waking up?
Well, let's move on.
Let's move on. The clone enlargement program. So Senate murders.
Just realized the freaking prequel series.
I mean, it is. This is like we don't know what this is preak to, you know. But I think this is not pre-clone enlargement project. I think this is post-clone enlargement project. Sounds a bit like, yeah. Does that sound worse?
I mean, it doesn't necessarily sound better or worse because it still has the clone enlargement in it. By the way, I was searching for preak on Wikipedia.
They don't have a post for pre-cum.
No, well, I didn't search for that. I just searched for preak.
Do you remember when I did that when we were in Coco Gelato?
We'll talk about pre-cum.
No, when I like Googled like all of, not Googled, when I didn't Google no, when I went on Wikipedia and I like searched like all of the things and they came up still. Do you remember that?
I do not. There is Wikipedia for sperm
No.
and John Cumming.
Are you joking?
No,
Did you Wikipedia coming?
Wikipedia to come. Oh, the third. Would you want to guess what the third? What the third thing is? What the third search result is?
What?
It's relevant to what we've been talking about today.
Is it the clone enlargement project?
No, it's Aura Singh.
What? Why is cum mentioned in Aura Sings?
It's saying, "Come, Rebel Officer Han Solo."
Oh, what like? Yeah, that's so weird.
It's because in publisher summary of the book Aura Singh, Dawn of the Bounty Hunters, it refers to Han Solo as smuggler come rebel. Smuggler -come /rebel.
Whoa.
I don't. Wait, no. Is this a bounty? Wait, is this a book? No, is
it a one-shot comic?
It's a reference book, but in the publisher's summary, it talks about the 12-inch collector figure.
So I don't want to know about the 12-inch the 12-inch Han Solo cum rebel. You know.
Oh God.
we can't name the I can't name the podcast that.
Oh, and there's, of course, the Wikipedia entry for jizz, the genre of music.
Yeah. Wait, what on earth would be on the Wikipedia page for sperm?
I don't know.
Why didn't you click it?
Oh, I did not click that.
Yeah, you need to click that.
It's so much shorter than Sleg, so it's literally 2 paragraphs.
Why? What could possibly reference that?
Appearances.
No.
It's mentioned only in Dark Forces Jedi Knight.
No.
There's no way.
How was it mentioned in Dark Forces Jedi Knight?
And is this? It's
quote?
Legends only, of course. So
yeah, it doesn't exist.
Sperm isn't canon.
Sperm's not
but
canon,
the
guys.
sources of sperm in Star Wars are creatures of the galaxy.
Oh, fuck off.
And wildlife of Star Wars: A Field Guide.
There's no way. That's a kid's book. They do not mention that. And oh my god.
Well, maybe that's where they mention ova and reproduction of certain species. Females of the guest species of the planet Rhodia could mate with a male or extract sperm from a dead male to self-inseminate, leading to the laying of fertilized eggs. Wow. Genetic engineering of the grass species for cultivation, not cultivation, cultivation by sentient beings was so extensive that the grass sperm and ova were sold by the herd with instruction manuals. This is from Dark Forces Jedi Knight.
Can I get a sperm instruction manual, please? Mine's not working.
In several species, sperm was produced by males and ova in females. In others, the same individual produced both sperm and eggs. For instance, the silicon-based shadow barnacle of the planet Coruscant released both egg seeds and sperm pollen into the atmosphere to reproduce.
You mean everyone on Coruscant is breathing friggin' shadow barnacle sperm? Is that what you said?
That's what I said, yeah.
What the
So,
you need to change friggin' sperm's appearances to be every single prequel movie.
Mm-hmm. And FBI Open Up, the episode of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Or is that the movie? That's the movie.
That's the movie. That's a
prequel movie.
Yeah, that appears on Coruscant, so yeah. # there's sperm there.
Not the original release of episode 6, but the special editions of Return of the Jedi feature sperm.
Feature sperm.
And Marcus Brody would probably hate to live on Coruscant because the air is where the ghost particles make love.
Yeah, that's true. It's always sperming it up on Coruscant. It's always sperming on Coruscant.
Ooh, that's a reference to an episode that we may or may not have released.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
Oh,
this is exhausting.
This
I feel
is
like I need a
exhausting.
cigarette.
So do you need a death stick? You want to buy a death stick?
I do want to buy some death stick. I need to go home and rethink my life.
I think we all do. Like, Jesus Christ, how the fuck? Clone enlargement projects. What as I was friggin' saying, so we're friggin' looking up sperm on Wikipedia. Jesus Christ! After like 10-minute segment, like sperming it up. Jesus.
That's like 10% of Sleg's Wikipedia entry, by the way.
What the fuck? You know, I think we need to if we mass alter all Wikipedia articles to be like, Sleg started out as a sperm in his dad's ballsack. And then,
we don't know that.
Well, that's true. He could be, yeah.
He could be a shadow barnacle.
Almost every character, every human character, apart from Anakin, Chancellor Palpatine began in his dad's ballsack. Doesn't have the same ring to it as if you just say born.
Also, you could say that... Well, let's not get into the Bene Gesserit of it all.
No.
But then we could say that freaking... whatever. We could trace their female line all the way to the beginning to the people who entered the Star Wars universe on the ship Exodus or whatever.
Fuck! Oh, I hate that book. I'm so glad it's
not real. It's not real. It can't hurt you.
Yeah, but Jesus Christ, that would have been so bad.
about as bad as my reaction to the clone enlargement program
Okay.
has been.
The clone.
Now I'll actually let you say
The
this.
clone enlargement program. Why do I have to say it that way? Is that's the central point of the Senate murders thing, you know?
And
Like,
that's why Aura Singh.
what?
That's why it's bringing her up.
No, that's not what I'm bringing it up. I'm saying the clone army was enlarged enough. Like, the whole point was it went through the Senate. Mina Bonteri was the senator for Camino or whatever. They wanted more clones, so they needed more money for, to buy the clones because they're literally property. Subtext. We'll get there for this
Star
comic.
Wars is not political.
No, it's not political, guys. This planet is just called Urubai, and for no particular reason, guys. No particular reason. So the clone, the Senate murders episode, has the whole thing about the clone enlargement project. It passes, so the clones have passed. As whatever they want to be, as is their prerogative.
Yeah, we as a podcast support Cold Trooper Sister.
Yeah, exactly.
We're big fans.
Big fans.
Big fans of her and Anakin together coining the term transgender.
I'm not a fan of that. That's as bad as Rumslag. I'm sorry, but that is the opposite of progressive to me. That is literally the friggin' Will Smith Suicide Squadding. The concept of transgender people. That's not actually progressive.
Would you like to rephrase that, Freddy?
No, I'm saying Anakin Skywalker coining the term for the first time in however millions of years of Star Wars existence, as history, as though it's a new concept. That why?
They probably just have a different name for it. I don't know.
No, but why is it why can't it not be the creation of a cis human?
So you might say Sith human.
He's not CIS.
Darth Tyrannus.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Count Dooku trans confirmed.
Could be. You might have to cut. I don't know if you want to cut for me to rephrase. I don't know, but
I feel like you swerved out of it.
No, I'm
you're
not
saying
swerving.
that it's not. It's that it's unprogressive to say that only at that point that trans people
were
begin to
conceptualized.
exist. No, I think it's just a word because
but still
Star Wars has they have special words for. They have calf instead of coffee.
No, but they still have hot chocolate.
They have.
Actually,
that's
no.
not
Lando
canon.
invented hot chocolate. Sorry, guys.
That's not canon. That's from
in
Trilogy and
Legends.
Legends. Yeah, they have turbo lifts instead of just lifts.
Yeah, but I
Dura
think
steel. I don't know.
But I feel obviously, I am also a cis man, but having a cis character coin the term,
I think
it feels worse to me. And it also feels worse that
Maybe.
it implies that there is a goofy Star Wars term. I don't really like using the word goofy in relation to Star Wars, but but I think it's one thing to call coffee calf, and it's another thing to coin a silly term for an entire identity.
Well, it's probably a good thing we don't have that term, at least not yet. I don't really know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, no, but sorry. Back to the clone enlargement project.
God damn it.
So, that arc of Senate murders, that program passes. That funding is referenced in this comic when Keller and Beck is talking about how the coaxium is needed for the new mandate for the expansion of the Grand Army of the Republic. So that implies that this comic takes place after that. So that means it also takes place after the Hero on Both Sides, and the one that comes after that. I can't remember that.
So it also comes after Aura Singh is presumed dead.
Yes, that's what I mean, because I believe those episodes come after chronologically. After. Oh wait.
No, you're
shit.
saying that this comes after those episodes.
Yeah.
But I guess if she's presumed dead,
So that's
so
what I mean.
now
She's
she can just
not
die.
dead. No, I think she's not dead
Uh-huh.
because she comes up later in the Clone Wars anyway.
Oh, fair enough.
So, in the episode that I thought we'd already covered, because I gaslit myself into thinking this.
You were just wished that we had continued 4
Yeah,
years ago.
like I literally Mandela affected this. Also, another problematic concept of like a thing. It just means that you guys weren't paying attention to the news, about Nelson Mandela, whatever. That episode with Boba Fett, trying to kill Mace Windu. It ends up on Florum. Aura Singh is there. She flies off in Slave 1 and then crashes. And it explodes. And from the character's point of view, she is presumed dead until she shows up later in the Clone Wars. And also the fact that Slave 1 didn't explode.
You mean the fire spray?
Oh, sorry guys. My bad. I'm pretty sure it's just Boba Fett's spaceship.
He calls it fire spray in the show that shall not be named. The Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Does he even fly it in that show?
I don't even want to remember that show anymore.
I only like episode 2.
Aren't the twins in Mandalorian Grogu?
They are, yeah. So they've literally taken what should have been the Book of Boba Fett and then made it into a movie for the Mandalorian.
So the clone and
the clone.
I can't even say it. We have to move on.
I'm sorry. To be
It's
honest,
like half an hour.
this entire segment. I'm sorry.
Are we going to cut it out and put it at the end, like the forced ghost thing?
You can, because if I'm sorry, I went on way too many tangents and way too many rants about.
We're too deep. We need to move on.
Yeah.
We need to move on. We're almost 2 hours in.
Oh, bruh. What do you want to do another talking point?
I think that what happened to Aura Singh is that Jar Jar ate her and then laid an egg of her like he's Yoshi. And it's going to take a moment for her to hatch. So they just put her in the back of the Collider duck. And she will...
Hey blibber blibber. Oh, the Hey blibber duck.
Hey blibber duck. And she will become a part of Keller and Beck's Not the Path. This is not literally what I think.
Yeah, it's just so we move on from this, and now you can.
So we move on, because my only thing was either they airlocked her or Jar Jar ate her.
Yeah, but she ain't dead because she apparently gets killed by Tobias Beckett. At least that's what he claims.
That's what he claims.
I got a feeling
she's presumed dead by him.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen.
I have a feeling that Mark Guggenheim will bring her back at some point,
Maybe.
If there are any more Star Wars comics.
What did you think to the alien design of the Arubians?
I thought that they looked just like very generic Star Wars aliens, fairly pleasing to the eye, but nothing special.
Something annoyed me about their appearance. I don't know why, I just didn't like it. I just thought it was really weird. And what the fuck is a Shranga? Because the guy that scams Jar Jar, he's like, I know this city like the back of my Shranga. Oh. Is he talking about his ball sack?
That's not where I thought you were going with that. We don't even know if they have them.
That's true. So, I don't know why he says that I know it like the back of my Shranga. I don't know why he says that, but that made me a bit immediately. I also thought it was a bit weird. They talk about how amazing, what's it called, Quarant City is, but we only really see it look shite.
It's very much like the New Republic in The Mandalorian, if you ask me.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's.
So I thought, shouldn't we see a bit more opulence?
We probably would if we followed any character other than Jar Jar.
No, but I mean, for the first, when he lands, he immediately walks into a part that looks like it doesn't look how it's described.
I mean,
like a comic is a visual medium.
I feel like that's a byproduct of him being like surreptitiously led to a dark alley by Keller and Beck, who told him to go there to begin with.
But I mean, like in the first panel, like when he's with the crowd, and it just like you only see the top half of everyone's body, so you don't have to do anything that isn't traced, called out. And I just thought like there were little bits that just irked me about the way everything's depicted, because like the mine itself, everyone's got like I don't mind the fact that everyone's got pickaxes, but they're just like pickaxing like an open hole. Well, like where's the people in charge? Where it just, this is what I don't understand about like Star Wars comics. Is this normal? Because I thought it's a visual medium. Why is everything so like? Why do I have to fill in the blanks for like what this looks like when they're literally drawing it? It
depends. I have a feeling it sort of depends how much the people writing it care. And I don't get the feeling that Mark Guggenheim cares all that much. The art in the Star Wars comics is very inconsistent. I have, at various points throughout the years, sent you pictures of, Leia that looks like a baby.
Racist Mace Windu.
You've been sending me pictures of that one Imperial who looks like, I don't even know what to describe.
He looks like a Klingon.
He looks like a cross between a Klingon and a Sontaran.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Yeah.
White Klingon.
I sent you the picture of a very traced Han Solo with his shirt off.
Oh my god.
Shredded abs.
Where does he have the time?
I don't know. He does crunches.
Chewie's his spotter.
For
weightlifting.
Weightlifting, yeah.
Not for anything else.
For sniping.
Yeah. Not his Shranga.
Not his Shranga. Snipe my Shranga, Chewie.
Bruh.
We're home.
No. Okay. Yeah, no, like, I agree that the art across Star Wars comics can be a bit iffy, but it just still made me a bit sad. And I was just like, also, a series of things that happen. Why? Okay, I need to look up her name, because it doesn't really matter. But like,
Coralisa.
Why does Coralisa Selig exist? What is the? She literally doesn't say any. She has no character. They included her because they didn't want it to be, like damsel in distress. I think it's putting a plaster on this situation, because without her existence, it would be Jar Jar and Keller and Beck saving Mira Bridger.
Instead, it's
Coralisa
gets shot in the leg and probably dies.
And they fucking leave her. No, I don't think she dies, because Sleg, the man, the myth, the legend, apparently.
I think I'm genuinely gonna get him tattooed.
Fair enough. Come on, get his little skull thing. Oh my god.
On my face.
Wrecker has it. What the hell? Okay,
same person?
Whoa. Maybe he's just a big fan. Maybe Sleg is like the biggest like poser of the bounty hunters. Like everyone thinks he's good, but like he got outsmarted by Jar Jar. He got shot by Coralisa Selig.
Is he like the Kumail Nanjiani from the Obi-Wan show?
Maybe.
Is he like pretending to be a bounty hunter and failing upwards?
His only claim to fame is being falsely identified by Darth Maul's probe droid as a bounty hunter. And therefore, Palpatine hired Aura Singh and that dude.
Was he maybe in the background in episode 5 where Bosk shows his feet?
Oh my god. He was slightly out of frame. Once they do the even wider screen edition of the Star Wars.
The AI-generated IMAX.
And that IMAX will make it tall. Unless he's like on the ceiling. I don't think.
He's doing the...
Yeah, he's just like Spider-Man up there.
Yeah, he drops a piece of blood behind Bosk and he's like...
Yeah.
I mean, Bosk is the Green Goblin, isn't he?
I guess, yeah. Do you reckon that's what's happened with Sleg in episode 5? If he survives
He
and
gets
doesn't
eaten by Bosk, yeah.
he gets eaten by Bosk.
And then laid like an egg, because Bosk is also a Yoshi.
Yeah. There's... yeah.
Let's rank all the Yoshis in Star Wars.
At least it's not like ranking the egg-laying abilities of some. I mean, we know that
that
Jar
many
Jar...
females in Star Wars produce ovum.
Many Star Wars characters have cloacas.
Yes.
Jar Jar's girlfriend might have one.
Mm-hmm.
She is a species that's like a duck. Jar Jar's ship is the Hey Blibber duck. The Hey Blibber... I'm sounding like a lecture. The Hey Blibber is the ship that Jar Jar crashed in order for him to be banished. Banished duck girlfriend. What does that mean?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know where you're going with this.
Neither do I. Like, what's the connection? Why is it a duck?
I feel like the question we might have to ask ourselves is, does this take place before or after Jar Jar is banished?
No, this takes place...
Wars.
This takes place well after he gets banished by Boss Nass.
Well, sorry, I thought you meant the episode. Is the episode called Banished?
It is called Banished, actually.
Oh
my god!
I guess that's why, because he was banished.
He was banished. Oh my god, and his girlfriend's a duck. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's like Temple of Doom for some reason. Is that episode less racist?
I still haven't seen it.
What, Temple of Doom or that episode?
That episode.
Yeah.
I've seen Temple of Doom. What did
That's what I was like, hang on a second.
I love that bit where they eat the snakes and monkey brains.
Oh my god.
And I don't know if I'm being sarcastic, because I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
The thing is that I know that they were only eating the monkey brains because they're actually Kali cultists.
Mm-hmm.
But it just wasn't done that well. And I was ridiculed as a child for saying Temple of Doom wasn't my favourite Indiana Jones. They were like, what? You didn't like it? You didn't like it? My media studies teacher, a white woman, dressed up as the main villain in that with a bald cap and red face paint.
Interesting.
And I thought, at 14 years old, I thought, maybe don't do that. Maybe don't do that. But... yeah.
Ill-advised.
Ill-advised movie. Sorry. Back to no.
Back to Cloacas?
No, maybe not.
Back to Jajar.
Back to Jajar. What? Jafar?
Jajar Bonks.
Oh. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm trying to remember how we got to this place.
Does it matter anymore? We were talking about where our sing.
Yeah, I'm just... No, we had moved on from that.
Was Coralisa there just so Myra isn't a damsel in distress?
Yeah, like, honestly, Coralisa Senig's, she could have been... They could have done more. I just don't understand why there's so much dialogue in this, and there's actually not. I know there isn't as much as some other, like Alan Moore or something.
It's quite wordy, and Mark Guggenheim is no Alan Moore.
Yeah, but like, what gets me is that it could have been like more efficiently done. Like there could have been more characterization of like. I think the idea of Coralisa Senig makes sense because my implication of this whole situation on Urubai is that it's a thinly veiled like analogy for Dubai. And the unseen are the expat workers that are effectively tricked by a predatory like system in that country to work there. Then they get their passports taken from them, and now they're forced to work and constantly in debt. Basically, like the capitalistic nightmare. That's sort of what's happening with the unseen. So my implication is that like the reason why we didn't really see like whips cracking or anything like that is because the system that's exploiting them is more on like capitalistic level rather than like and like forcing them to do hard labor rather than them being like physically whipped or anything. Like they're forced to work because they're in so much crushing debt from like their existence that's imposed upon them. And someone like Coralisa Senig is not one of the unseen, but instead is someone who is trying to like just help them. Like that's what they say. She says she's the voice of the workers, right?
She's trying to help them organize.
Yeah, but like
it never really comes together. Once again, she just vanishes.
She does vanish.
It's a. I feel like I'm sort of 180ing on my original Grand Admiral thoughts. I think I was slightly swept up by my enthusiasm for Sleg.
I'm sorry I'm making this worse for you.
No, I still love him, and I still want to date an AI version of him. Not true. I would never do
In the bonus podcast episode, we'll see Luke get Rumsleg's face tattooed on him.
His face, yeah?
Yeah,
okay.
on your face. Mm-hmm. Oh my god! I forgot about Hunter's face tattoo in Bad Batch.
Does that happen?
Yeah, no, he has a half his face is a skull. Half his face is Rumsleg's face.
Oh my god, the twinsies.
Twinsies, yeah. That's crazy.
That's so crazy. What are we talking about?
We're talking... So, like...
Good luck cutting this down to, like, a 20-minute video.
Oh my god, we'll see. But it will only be the controversial bits.
It will only be the penis.
It will only be the penis...
penis cut.
Shranga. Clone enlargement. Okay. But yeah, so I like the idea of this comic. I like the ideas and the messages it's trying to say. It's like you need to form a movement of workers. You need to have that communication. You need to have your leaders. You need to have a proper network to organize and do something. But it's just I just don't think it. I'm not sure if I'm doing the heavy lifting on it, or if we're both doing the heavy lifting on like our interpretations of it.
Well, I'm not, but you might be.
But it's just like I really can see a lot of cool things in this, and that is partly why I don't want this to be the only Jar Jar, Keller and Beck thing. I think there is enough here that it could have
at least a miniseries.
I think it could have, but it would have needed more competent direction, because like the ingredients are there, much like Bad Batch Season 1. Which was a bag of groceries. But like it just needed that four-armed chef from the holiday special.
To go bam?
No, she goes like whisk and weapon.
I'm thinking of what's his name? Zorbon?
What?
From Futurama.
Oh,
you know the celebrity chef from Futurama who goes BAM!
I haven't seen Futurama in so long.
Neither have I. I miss it.
Yeah, it's all on Disney Plus.
I think there was a new series like in the last 5 years.
I've heard that's not as good. And it also came out in the UK a year later.
It's still Futurama.
Whoa.
Waka waka.
But yeah, it's like it could have been put together a bit better, in my opinion.
It's giving the editor or similar position came to the Marvel place.
The Marvel place.
The Marvel place. And I was like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did like a story with some relevance to this, and it's about Jar Jar and Keller and Beck, and Ahmed Best is gonna co-write it. Who's gonna like come and do who's going to like come in and make this happen?
Yeah.
And everyone said no except Mark Guggenheim, who had nothing better going on. So he was like, I guess I'm gonna do it, but I'm like gonna half-ass it. But the editor was like, sweet, That's all we need
And it
for
just went
Star Wars
through.
comics these days.
It's just, it needed more time in the oven. It needed, like, even small details kind of annoyed me until I thought about it more like a psychopath.
And then it annoyed you more.
I'm sorry, you're gonna hate this because I'm gonna.
Are you slagging off Ram Sleg?
No, I'm not slagging off Ram Sleg. I'm not yet. But throughout this comic, they continuously refer to Jar Jar Binks as a senator, and then as an ambassador, and then as a representative Binks, then as a delegate, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? Like, but then I remembered this takes place after the clone enlargement program, and technically Jar Jar Binks.
I'm quitting the podcast.
Sorry,
I can't do this anymore.
Jar Jar Binks can and has filled in as the yeah, Jar Jar Binks is filled in with his one shot as a senator on occasions where Padme Amidala is just too busy. I saw you make that F sound. I saw that on your lips. Yeah, so he fills in as a senator sometimes. So I guess Mark Guggenheim either is the biggest clone enlargement fan, or he's just like an absolute tool who just so happens to be a Zionist fucking tool, who just so happens to have been correct in this situation, because like I can excuse that issue. I like the fact that he's called a senator because of the clone enlargement project. So.
And also maybe people just don't care what July's what Jar Jar's position
I think
is.
I think that's the real reason. I think Marvel Comics doesn't, or whoever the editors, they didn't give a shit.
Oh, I meant in universe.
Or
but
in
it's
universe,
more likely
maybe.
Out of
But he calls
universe.
himself a senator as well. That's why I think like at the root cause, they were accidentally correct in calling him a senator. But whatever, I guess.
Whatever. We're not getting any more of this.
No. I do think that is a shame, because I think it's interesting setting up Mira Bridges' involvement in fractal radios. And fractal radios are what Luthen Rail uses in Andor. Luthen's group communicates using a fractal radio. But I think Mark Guggenheim... okay, I'll stress this. There is no Bible for how fractal radios work. I think I know.
Elucidate.
So, in Andor, Clea says in season 1, I know this because I watched season 1 only a couple of weeks ago. Clea says that receiving messages is as dangerous as sending them. That is using the fractal radio. So I think that fractal radios are not actually secure. I think that when Keller and Beck in this issue basically says that, like, with the psi-crystals and all of that, I don't actually think that's how they're supposed to work. I think a fractal radio is just a way to patch in, like, without... So it's like, imagine... like a laser beam like hitting across. Like, I can hit a certain point and there can be a connection made, but like you don't need to have like a specific like number. It's not like on the holocom channels where they phone Palpatine's phone like holo number and you've got your own holo number. I think it's like a literal radio, but there's no like holo radios. That's not a thing in Star Wars. There's always like you switch the comms, but you've got your own comms like transceiver and like your identity in that way. Like your
chain code.
It's sort of like you are connecting with someone's comm number. This is said in like canon books. This is set in Legends books. I think with a fractal radio, it's more like a literal radio where you're like connecting between channels. But because when that connection is made, it can be identified. And that's why Clea says that in Andor Season 1. And I think Mark Guggenheim or maybe Ahmed Best was accidentally correct in saying that Papa Palpatine figured out the fractal radio was online. Because in the same page, Kelleran Beck says that is more secure as when Mira says that she was identified for turning it on. Like, that's on the same page. So I think, like...
Pick a lane, guys.
Yeah, so... I don't know. Like, sorry about this rant. It's kind of stupid.
It's one of the least upsetting rants that we've done this episode, so thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I don't mean to be upsetting.
No, I mean, you didn't say the word penis a single time.
No. So imagine a penis. No, you can cut that part.
Okay.
Shame. Imagine a Shranga.
Okay, that's more exciting.
That's more exciting.
7.
7?
Of what?
Of what?
That's up to you to imagine.
Whoa. Yeah, so I think it's really interesting having Mira Bridger like linked with like tech that Luthen uses, and it makes me think that like was she a member of Luthen's group in the early days? I think it's possible. She was like someone who had her own network of like operatives on Lothal, similar to what Bix and Pack were doing on Ferrix and Andor. You know? And
Luthen's group was very they had very individual cells even within themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
So none of them knew each other, but they, at least in early days, his his organization, his like network was quite expansive, I think, because you find out that like Pac joined the network after speaking, like he attended a separatist rally on this other planet, and at that rally was Clea, who then approached him and was like, "Ooh, do you want to do something?" And then gave him the fractal radio kit. So it's like that's the only contact that they would have with Luthen. It's not like he knows everyone personally or everyone knows each other. So I think Mira and her husband, I don't know the name of Ezra's dad, apart from knowing that biologically it's Jar Jar.
Of course.
I don't know his name, but I think it's possible that they're in Luthen's network, and I kind of think that's what this comic is implying. Personally, that's what I think.
So you don't like the hidden path theory, but you like the...
I think...
gang have a name?
No, it's just Luthen's group. I think that Mira isn't part of Kelleran Beck and Jar Jar's deal. Personally. I think she's biffed off somewhere else.
Yeah, see.
To Lothal.
They're based on the same technology.
Yeah.
But they're just different groups.
Because I saw people like lie on the internet, who would have thought, and say that like Jar Jar invented fractal radios or Mira invented it does not say that. It does not. It's like it already exists.
There is a better case for Mira than Jar Jar, but who knows?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Is it?
No.
It's just Star Wars shit.
It is. And, here's the thing though, Freddy. There are few things that I love more than Star Wars shit.
Is there?
That's why we're here.
Jar Jar famously steps in shit.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Dinky or whatever he says. Yes, I do remember. It's on Tatooine.
No, he says P-user. Fake fan. We've literally exposed Luke as a fake fan.
Listen,
guys.
I don't know if I've ever watched episode 1 in English.
What does he say in Czech?
Fojky foj.
Whoa. Nice. Did they translate any of the names? Because I know they do in some other languages.
They changed Chewbacca to Žvejkal.
Oh.
And mostly because Chewie, the Žvejk, it's a Chewie thing. It makes less sense that his name would just be like someone who chews.
Yeah. Chewer?
The chewer, yeah. But I don't know, I prefer it. They stopped doing that in like more recent releases.
Yeah.
It was maybe in like the 90s stuff. They translated Millennium Falcon, like a lot of the proper nouns. But yeah, recently, mostly Disney stuff. It's all the original names for brand synergy.
Yeah, fair. They're not going to do anything like translate the titles of the movies.
I mean, they do that.
Yeah.
Like,
they're not going to do anything silly like how in Spain Jaws is shark.
no, probably not. Or in China, Sixth Sense is he's a ghost.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking.
What the hell? That's ruining it, bruv.
Yeah.
Project Hail Mary in Brazil, a famously Catholic country.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have an equivalent of Hail Mary in Brazil for some reason. So it's called Sun Eater. Or Star Eater, sorry.
That's a much darker name than the movie itself.
Yeah.
In Czech, it's The Savior.
Whoa.
Which is
Ryan Gosling is my savior.
Which is also the same word as they use to translate the name of the Simpsons dog, Santa's little helper.
He's called Savior?
He's called Savior.
Oh my god. I guess.
Why do they call him Santa's little helper?
Because in the first episode of The Simpsons, which is a Christmas special,
Simpsons roasting on an open fire.
Yeah, they rescue Santa's little helper from a greyhound racing thing, and because they get him on Christmas, they call him Santa's little helper because he's on Christmas, and the dog never dies, unlike Snowball.
Yeah, who
Snowball.
dies at least twice.
I think like 3 times, right? Snowball 4.
Oh, 4. I thought it was 3. Poor cat. I wonder if it's happened more times since we last watched Simpsons.
I mean, I don't like to watch anything past like season 11.
There were some episodes
13.
in a recent season that I have enjoyed a fair bit.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't like thinking about time. Remember when I realized that the Star Wars comics reset about 12 years ago?
Huh?
Yeah, the comics restarted before the episode 7. They started in 2014. Probably like late 2014.
Oh yeah, like immediately. Yeah, I kind of remember that because they had the, their bloody cover was Luke in his cool ass yellow jacket from the medal ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like holding his lightsaber. Oh, that's also the run where everyone's got a lightsaber, and it honestly made me like.
It happens early. It happens in like one issue. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure it's good?
I didn't say that.
When are we gonna do our
comic review?
Yeah, every single Star Wars comic.
One issue at a time.
Yeah.
2+ hours each.
Oh my god. I don't think we can. That would literally last.
They don't have Sleg in them. I don't think it's gonna happen.
No, there's no clone enlargement project tie-in that I can give.
There are something enlargement programs, probably.
Whoa. I mean, Gracchus the Hutt?
That is who I was thinking of.
Was it actually?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I had no links between that, but he is there for this.
He's in the one with all the lightsabers, that's why.
Yes. He's also in the Poe Dameron comic a bit later.
In prison, right?
Yeah.
That's the one with Max von Sydow.
Is it?
Yeah, he's also in prison. And the prison is on Cato Nemoidia.
I don't think so. I think that's unrelated. The prison is on a planet with extremely high gravity.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different one.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make him like a blobfish?
Well, the prison is the only place that doesn't have super high gravity.
Yeah.
And when they want to like punish them, or if they're trying to attack, they just turn off the gravity.
Bruh, Andor?
That's electricity, isn't it?
No, but they also like go to the ground like.
Yeah, because they're shocked.
Yeah.
I guess Yeah, they're both going down.
Yeah, they're going down.
I'm yelling timber.
Bruh.
I'm yelling Tim Burton. Imagine if he made a Star Wars movie.
It'll probably look grey. Have you seen the friggin' Alice in Wonderland movies?
I mean, I've also seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That's also not grey, and it's got Christopher Lee in it.
It's colorful, though.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, I was going to say Chung-Li. Imagine Obi-Wan and the Geonosian Factory.
Whoa.
Imagine
Nice.
Django and the Clone Enlargement Factory.
Yes, I want that.
Ooh. Is Charlie... No, is Willy Wonka,
Bruh.
in this case, one of the cloners? I guess so.
Shranga.
Shrango Fett?
Shrango Fett, yeah.
Shranga Skywalker?
What was it that Bib Fortuna says? Yeah, Wana wanga?
You wanna wanga.
Wana wanga.
Also, he famously says McClunky.
Yeah, but right before.
Yeah. He sends someone towards Boba.
Yeah.
He says, Boba!
Yeah. McClunky. No McClunky in this.
Are we ever going to get a McClunky again?
It's sad because, like, I don't really like Dank Ferrick. I think it's like Kiddie's first Star Wars swear word. At least Carabast is like kind of, it's got nice feel to it. Whereas Dank Ferrick is a substitute for God damn it. They already say God damn it in Star Wars.
They shouldn't say God in Star Wars.
Han Solo says, I'll see you in hell. They say, oh my God. Friggin' Rich Evans says that. And that's Star Wars canon.
That's Star Wars canon.
Oh my God. Like, whenever I watch Rogue One, I hear that. You know, I hear people say, oh my God. So, checkmate.
Remember the Rebel Base!
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how that's going to sound like on the mic. Probably not.
Gonna sound like you were evaporating.
Yeah, I'm becoming a
just like Aura
consensual
Singh.
ghost.
Oh my God. Oh. Did Aura Singh become a consensual ghost when she evaporated?
I don't think she can.
No, you do know what she is in Legends, right?
No.
You know she's a Jedi.
No?
Yeah, Aura Singh's a Jedi.
Are you serious?
Yeah, did you not know that?
You're pulling my leg.
I'm not pulling your leg. Aura Singh is a Jedi.
You're
She has a green lightsaber.
You're gaslighting.
No, this is a thing in Legends.
You're vapor lighting me.
I'm not vapor lighting you.
You're rum slugging me.
I'm not rum slugging you tonight. This is like real.
So heartbroken.
Aura Singh is a Jedi.
Like, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. Or was a Jedi.
I can play the Wikipedia game. I can connect the pages of Jedi. And
no, you got to start from
sperm.
You got to start from that.
We've established that sperm connects to... No, it doesn't. It's close enough to Aura Singh.
Yeah. And then you can see how many connections you can make. Maybe it'll be on Air-Deraan's first live stream when we play the Wikipedia sperm game.
We're going to speedrun Dark Forces Jedi Knight until we get to the sperm mention.
Yeah. I got a feeling it's just in the game guide.
It's not impossible.
If it's like lore, it's probably something like that, right? I don't know.
I will probably look it up.
Yeah.
Off pod.
Speaking of pod,
there is a segment.
I was going to say, speaking of pod and things that we have complicated relationships with. The first thing that came into my head was Borat. My wife. A complicated relationship.
I have a complicated relationship with my wife. My wife, my wife, which I don't have, is the light side of my life.
My wife is my dark side.
And
your wife,
collective wives, as Star Wars fans, are the one in the middle, the Bendu.
Yes, the Bendu.
Freddy, my friend and yours.
My
what's your
holy shit! What the fuck?
what's your light side?
My light side. So my positive thing out of this comic is its existence. I like it. I like that Ahmed Best is in things. I like Keller and Beck being in things. I like Jar Jar in in things. Not me. I
don't know if he can even do that.
What, the Jar Jar inside me?
Yeah. Unless you like blow
just,
up the issue.
Have you seen Arrested Development? It's one of the there's like a book that one of them releases called The Man Inside Me. And it's like supposed to be like a psychology book, but it's not.
Is this like a Fred on Fred in the Scooby-Doo movies?
Yes. Jar Jar on Jar Jar. Best on best. Best in show. Best in show, yeah. What does that mean? Yeah.
It's like when a dog wins a dog show.
I don't want to compare him to a dog.
Let's call it a movie then.
Yes.
By the maker of Spinal Tap.
Ah. Which has the people from The Simpsons in it. It has the Mr. Deans. Is Ahmed Best in this?
I don't think so.
That was going to be something crazy just then. Yeah, so as I said, my light side is that this exists. I like Ahmed Best. I like that he's got a chance, especially after it's just so heartbreaking to hear all of the things that he went through after The Phantom Menace was released. I was lucky enough to be, I'm pretty sure I was in the audience when he spoke during a Star Wars celebration in London.
Oh, that's cool.
I was quite far away. I was basically in the corridor. But it was an open.
You were close enough.
The doors were open.
You were practically next to him.
I was literally
kissing his feet.
Yeah, kissing his
in like the Jesus way.
In the Jesus way, not in the way
not Jesus.
Not in our affiliate only FET way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it is tragic knowing all of that and everything that he's went through.
Yeah.
Jesus. I just mean that this comic should be emblematic of things to come, of things that have come.
Like Star Wars?
Yeah. And people that will. Like, no, I'm going to cut that out. Cut the cameras.
No, you can't make me.
Fuck's sake. But yeah, that's my light side.
I like your like side.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We've been at this for 2.5 hours. Things like this will happen.
Isn't even the longest episode.
This isn't even our final form. We still got at least one segment to go.
We've got to get back into the flow. Like this, it's a bit rocky. We've talked about Shrangas. We've talked about enlargement projects a bit too much. We've talked about friggin' the egg inside mirror bridger. Like we just got to get on our feet. Maybe next time we'll improve. But right now,
not ending the episode yet.
No, I know we're not. I'm just saying that. Much like how Jar Jar was the start to the rebellion, Jar Jar is the key
to the return of Air-Deraan.
Exactly, yeah.
He's the key to all
Just like how he was the key to the enlargement of the clones. He's the key to Air-Deraan's advance.
Speaking of advancing Air-Deraan, let's continue.
Okay. And Luke, what was your light side?
I mean, do I even have to say at this point?
Sure?
Do I have to spell it out? In fact, I will. Give me an R. Give me a U. Give me an M. That's right. Give me some rum. I really needed it right now after all we've been through.
Yeah, after this 1 hour and 27 minutes, according to my clock.
That's bad if that's true, because we've been at for 2 hours and 27 minutes.
That's why I meant 2 hours.
I was really worried you lost half of our footage.
It's like, sorry guys.
Yes. Like,
to be fair, we probably wouldn't have got to the comic. Actually, no, an hour ago we were still talking about frigging enlargements.
Penises,
and penises.
Literally, I think that was an hour and 24 minutes in.
Fuck.
Anyway, yeah,
Rumsleg.
Rumsleg. Like, he's a non-character. He doesn't even have
The
lines.
definition.
He doesn't even have a line. He doesn't have a face.
Yeah.
He has 2 appearances, in one of which he does nothing, and the other one is this, where he also does nothing.
Yeah. Apart from say Gunf.
He says Gunth, and he...
Is that him being shot, or is
That's
he...
him being shot in the shoulder.
Okay.
That's his personality.
Yeah.
And traits.
Nice.
Yeah.
I almost want to dare you to hyperlink the Gunf
To this
sound.
episode.
No, to the Wikipedia page for sperm.
I mean, we've established he probably began in someone's balls.
I have a fandom account.
Mm.
I can technically make that edit now.
We can also link it to the war in which what's his face? Kyle Katarn died on Air-Deraan.
Oh my god.
You know, like in the bit of our older episode that we listened to just before.
Yeah. In order to rules lawyer me and tell me how wrong I am about the structure of this episode.
I like how recursive our episodes are. Like, each of our episodes is a glimpse into the world between worlds.
It's like an Ouroboros of
this is
mind.
We are the Dave Lister of podcasts.
Yeah, to be fair. Yeah. And
I'm the cat.
And you're the cat, whoa.
Yeah.
Did the Arubians kind of look like cats, or were they just...
They had, like, pointy ears.
Yeah.
They looked more lizardy to me.
Okay.
But, like, not quite.
Yeah.
Like pink goblins.
Yeah, pink and weirdly purple.
Pink and blue, yeah.
purple. Something didn't mesh for me. But Rumsleg.
Rumsleg meshed for me.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for Blorgos
sure it's
and
soft?
Glupshadows.
No. Sorry.
I have a hard spot for Rumsleg in particular.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's the skull.
The skull. It is a cool skull.
It is a cool
Everyone
skull.
likes that. Everyone has... I was going to phrase this a really non-PC way. I'm not going to phrase it. Everyone's had that first memory of seeing that Scooby-Doo episode with the skull astronaut.
I don't.
What?
I
You
don't.
keep
I love
going
the
on about
movies.
Scooby-Doo.
I love the movies.
You haven't seen that skull astronaut.
I watched Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase.
That movie is dog shit.
Go away.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to hurt your
You're
feelings.
hurting my... to be fair, I have no strong feelings about Cyber Chase.
The guy looks like the Electric Man, isn't he? He's like... That's how I imagine him speaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. In Electric Chase.
Yeah.
Is the Skull Astronaut anything like the Eaton people in Forest of the Dead in Doctor Who? Hey, who turned off the lights?
They're pretty good. There's a lot... Yeah. Skull Astronaut Alliance, I suppose. But
There's Skull Astronauts in the video game Mugenics.
is that like eugenics?
Yeah, but with cats.
I don't... What?
You don't want to know.
What the... Okay,
Hitler 2 is featured in that game.
What? Is this like Hatterful Boyfriend or something?
No, does Binding of Isaac mean anything to you?
I know of it conceptually in the sense that it's got a crying naked thing.
So the guy who made that then made a game where you breed cats and send them to fight monsters and aliens and Hitler in the future.
I'm actually speechless.
It's great.
Okay.
It's
Interesting.
awful.
Yeah.
Some people that shouldn't be involved in anything are in that game. But it's also great.
Interesting. Speaking of awful, I'm going to ask you because I feel like I have waffled on too much, so I need to give you more things.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of awful, what is your dark side for this comic issue?
My dark side is less so related to this comic and more so to what it symbolizes.
Okay.
because this comic is kind of the stopgap at the end of all things.
Even though it's not the last.
Even though technically some things came out slightly later,
Yeah.
they didn't really. I don't count Shadow Mall,
Shadow,
Mall Cop,
Rise of the Long Shadow.
Paul Blart, Mall, Shadow.
He kind of does. He
Lord.
look like Paul Blart Mall Cop?
He looks like a thin Paul Blart, the cop
Yeah.
in the prequel comic and maybe the show.
I've only seen the first 4 eps. He's still a cop.
I have seen the initial trailer, and that's about it.
Yeah. Unless something crazy happens in the second half of that series.
Which I hear cool things happen.
Yeah, everyone loves it, to be fair, and I quite liked it. We will.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
We'll
get
have an
to it.
episode on it one day. Unless this episode kills the podcast like each of the episodes we tried to do
look,
in the last 4 years.
Look, we've got our listening outpost.
Mm-hmm.
We've potentially figured out ways.
Yes. We enjoy life again.
Yeah, we are both alive.
Yeah.
You can sing that song from Portal 2.
We can sing that song from The End of Life of Brian.
Yeah.
We can sing songs full stop because we are alive.
Exactly, yeah.
And we can aura sing.
Yeah. But we can't read new Star Wars comics.
Because every single Star Wars series is over. And I don't think there's much more on the horizon. And Jar Jar making that happen feels bad, man.
I don't think Jar Jar caused it.
No,
Like-
he did not. Like by
This
every
must have been-
conceivable metric, it's a coincidence.
I think this comic must have been made, like, conceptualized ages ago. Because, am I right in saying in America, when it released, it was Black History Month, correct? So, and that's why the variant cover was the way it was. With, like, it included a lot of sequel era black characters, which I thought was quite good.
Okay.
So it had, like, Grief Karga, it had Janna from Rise of Skywalker, I believe. But, like...
You must be correct.
I feel... I don't... So I think this must have been done ages ago. So they can't have foreseen it being the last one, surely.
Surely
because
not. Comics take
more
like
a celebration.
half a year to make.
This felt like more of a celebration of...
Yeah.
Like the Phantom Menace, for instance.
Rebels. Potentially
Potentially.
Andor.
Maybe,
And or...
Whoa!
Jizz? Cal Kestis.
Yeah. Hidden.
Did you say jizz?
I don't know what you said.
Did I?
You were like, I'm just... I was like, bruh.
So yeah, like, conceptually good comic,
Yeah.
but it's the death knell
Yeah.
of Star Wars comics, really.
There will be more one-shots.
There will be more High Republic, but technically that's not Marvel.
So what's... there's Rogue One one-shots. Each one gets to pump it out for, like, Saw Gerrera, Cassian Andor, potentially...
Oh god, it's the 10-year anniversary of Rogue One.
Yeah. No, don't say 10 years. Are you joking? 10 years?
Around Christmas, I think.
Oh my
but
god, I'm going
yes.
to be fucking 26. Bruh. Existential crisis incoming. But, what was I going to say?
It's going to be 10 years of Solo next year. No,
Good.
in 2 years.
Yeah, in 2 years. 10 years of Last Jedi, could you imagine? We're literally never going to see more people talk about Jake Skywalker more than next year. But, was it? Yeah, we're going to get Rogue One one-shots. And we're also, in September, we're getting a new hardback omnibus of Cavan Scott Tales comics, like his horror comics.
That doesn't count.
What, like you saying that Tales from the Nightlands doesn't count?
That's not a new comic.
Yeah, I know it's not new, yeah.
Yeah.
And the one-shots, I'm a bit worried because, like, what was it? One of them is, the Cassian Andor one, is what he got up to between the end of Andor and the start of Rogue One. And I'm like, He flew in his A-wing. That's all that happened.
Well, we need to know how he got in that alley.
Yeah, like...
He
A-wing,
probably
I meant
met
U-wing, sorry.
He probably met K2SO for the third canon time
God.
in that span of minutes.
One of my suggestions for this episode was potentially to do that Andor and K2SO one-shot.
That is like a complete non-story.
Yeah, I know. Because I sort of wanted us to get mad, but then I remembered we did that with Obi-Wan Kenobi and that killed the podcast.
You know what we really should have done if we hadn't done this? The one shot where C-3PO gets his red arm.
Oh my fuck. No, that would make me quit Star Wars.
You would cry especially because it came from the same type of droid as your favorite droid from
AP5?
Rebels. Yes.
No!
It's not AP5, but it's...
Okay.
I mean, probably. I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure it's AP5.
Bruh. I thought you meant that it was going to make me cry because I would hate it. Because he doesn't even have the red arm at the end of that movie.
Does he not?
No.
What?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it at the end of episode 7.
They swap it out in the middle of that movie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. I could be wrong. Okay, engagement bait.
Wars...
Tell me I'm wrong. In the comments below, tell me I'm wrong.
And speaking of telling, you tell me.
Oh my god.
What you hated about Qui-Gon. Oh.
Qui-Gon?
Jar Jar. The Star Wars story.
My dark side is... It's tough because I feel like
It's a lot to pick, I think.
I've got a lot of negatives, but I'm still like overall kind of positive about this story. But my ultimate dark side is... It's going to sound like such a cop-out because my light side is that it exists. My dark side is that it did nothing. Because, like, it could have... It is linked to your dark side. Because I know it's going to go nowhere. We're never going to see Keller and Beck again. No one's allowed to include him in live action anymore because he's one of Dave Filoni's toys now. By the time that he relinquishes control over him, Ahmed Best might not want to do it potentially, or he might not be in the age range to play him in like Revenge of the Sith era, or maybe he'll come back later. I don't know, but like it just seems so bleak. Like what's going to happen? That my dark side is that I wanted it to have more in itself because I know that there's not going to be more. Like, I'm on death row. This is my last meal. I ordered a bloody lobster dinner and you gave me a small lobster with no sauce.
And it's still alive.
And it's still fucking alive. I ordered a lobster dinner and you gave me fucking Zoidberg. I can't eat Zoidberg. I like Zoidberg, but I can't eat him and stay true to myself.
What a beautiful, beautiful soliloquy, Freddie.
You're welcome.
I think that you should be nominated for the C-3PO award.
If you count the
talking,
if you count the syllables as a haiku, no, I don't know.
Completely believe it.
But yeah, that was my dark side, and I know it sounds indecisive, but speaking of indecisive fence sitters, what was your one in the middle, the Bendu?
I'm going to throw you a bit of a curveball.
Whoa.
Much like famously, my favorite deleted scene from episode 3, The Dark World, is episode 2.
What the fuck?
This isn't even true.
What the hell is happening?
I'm really sipping the silly goose juice today. My one in the middle, the Bendu, is that this is like a thing that Marvel's been doing a bunch lately, by which I mean they've done it at least one more time. They hire actors who have like a particular voice for a character or like embody a character and have them co-write series of their own character. For example, they had Iman Vellani, the actress who plays Miss Marvel in Marvel, to
Yeah.
co-write a series of miniseries starring herself. And I think that's like really cute.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I kind of like that actually.
I enjoyed those series. I enjoyed that Ahmed Best was in this. Like in Clone Wars, Jar Jar is only good when Ahmed Best is involved.
Didn't he only voice him in
Bombad Jedi.
Back to Spangstein?
And not
Not
the
any of
one
the
where
others.
he's worse in Gungan General.
Yeah, Gungan General is not. He doesn't sound right. It doesn't have that sauce.
Mm-hmm. And also, Jar Jar is much more inept.
Yeah, I feel like Jar Jar is funny in this comic. We didn't mention that, but Jar Jar actually is quite funny.
He's quite funny. He's like, oh, yes, sir, I understand that what he's saying. But explaining it to him, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He's good. And honestly, like, I enjoyed when they, like, in some bits when he's, like, in the foreground or in the background, he's, like, grayed out. Because he's, like, great, like, the gray Eminence Grease. Like, you know, like a Machiavellian figure.
Yeah.
But, like, good.
Well, like Darth Jar Jar.
Like that, but good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you know, he's like the Jack Sparrow of Star Wars. He's at his best when he's competent, just weird.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
Best.
He's at his Ahmed Best, yeah.
And he outmaneuvered Rum
I know!
Slag.
Slag.
Is that his name?
Rum Sleg.
Rum Slag.
Yeah. Yeah, that blew my mind.
With his tongue.
With his tongue. He out-tongued
Yeah.
Rum Slag. Jesus Christ.
Beat that, liberals.
This is the status
name. I keep thinking of Donald Rumsfeld, and I don't even know who that is.
Who the fuck? What?
Some American politician who may or may not have died ages ago.
Oh. Interesting.
Interesting. But speaking of grey things...
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
Much like Donald Rumsfeld's hair, if he has any still. What's your grey thing, your middle thing, your one Bendu in the...
Yoda? You are? My one in the middle, the Bendu.
My one?
My is actually that Borat appears. Wah!
I just dabbed.
Whoa. Live dabbing reaction on audio. Yeah, my one in the middle of the Bendu is a bit difficult because I haven't actually thought of one.
You had so much time.
I know, but like I did have like an inkling of an idea, and it's just something I noticed, and this is a real thing. Most of the species on Arubai, sorry, the Arubians, and weirdly Chagrians, the same species as Masamida. And I thought that was really funny because Masamida is the one that said, if only Senator Padme Amidala was here to pass the Emergency Powers Act. And you know, he was the one that like manipulated Jar Jar. And I thought it was kind of interesting that out of all the species that they included to be on this bloody planet, is like Chagrians for some reason. And there's also a Twi'lek in the background, and potentially a guy that looks like a white xenomorph. I'm not sure if you saw that.
I didn't know.
There's like a white xenomorph in the background. I don't know how to like describe it, but yeah, it's mainly Chagrians and Arubians or whatevers. Yeah.
We're Bosas.
So I just thought that was my little thing. I just thought that was
kind of neat.
That was kind of neat, and also mention of ducks.
Yes.
Which is funny because Phantom Menace is the only other mention of ducks.
And it's funny because one of your suggestions for a potential revival of our podcast was an episode on ducks.
No, it wasn't an episode on ducks. It was supposed to be like maybe a 2-minute video of deep dives into ducks in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Much like our deep dive into food.
Much like ducks deep dive into the water.
They do. And the Hey Blibber Ducks deep dive into
hyperspace. Much like a certain podcast.
Oh my!
Like named on Air-Deraan, which takes a nosedive immediately after its opening song, which may or may not still exist. I don't know if I can find it.
If you're able to access it on your fractal radio. But the moral of the story, the motto of this story, is that I had fun reading this comic, mostly.
And
you
I
had fun
reading the Wikipedia entry on Sleg.
And
we had fun collectively.
Yeah.
Feeling each other's thoughts.
Yeah, let us feel your thoughts. Please send us your credit card number and the 3 numbers on the back.
Please give us your mum's chain codes.
Yeah.
And give us keys to your car.
And your Cyphristals.
Your Cyphristol Diaz.
Yeah.
And give us a like and a subscribe and a comment. Hype us, if that still exists on YouTube by the
what
time
does that
this
mean?
is out.
Hype us?
No idea.
Is that like poking on Facebook?
I don't know. I think there's like a new separate tab on YouTube, which is like small channels that have been hyped.
Oh, fair.
Fair.
Yeah, hype us. Freaking hyperspace us.
Hype. Yeah.
Yeah. And
hey, if you made it 3 hours into this hot
doo-doo Jedi poodoo
of a podcast, hey, you are our close personal friend, probably.
Or
hello,
you're one of
Chess.
us. Oh, yeah. I think she quit after I accidentally made that C-3PO comment.
Oof.
I'm still mortified.
Well,
if only, hopefully I don't get obliterated on our mobile orbiting listening outpost by any large green laser.
Well, that would be silly if that happened. What are you talking about?
That would be silly. Boom. Wow, we what?
I'm not even gonna put it in this episode just to make this even more awkward.
Oh, when are we stopping?
I'm still rolling, are you?
Yeah, I'm still rolling, but like, it has to end. Not the podcast, but this podcast. Episode 47.
Nah, let's just keep rolling as we walk home. Separately.
That makes sense.
Yeah, let's get some room tone of Unnamed City.
Whoa. We do need to express.
You may fire when ready.